Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Gaming on Caffeine live stream. We're back once again. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Hopefully, you're all having a fantastic Sunday/Monday, wherever you are in the world. We're going to start a brand new pack today on a mod pack that's fairly new, according to the Twitch launcher. It's been out a few months. A few months, maybe? Maybe a few weeks? I'm not quite sure. It's been out a little while, but I haven't played it before. It is called StoneBlock. It's a pretty big pack, but it looks pretty cool. And so we're going to try, give it a go. This is how we start in just this big old empty cave with nothing but a single torch. And apparently the Psy mod, which I'm going to have to unbind right away because I need to be able to do my Optifine zooming if we're going to play this pack. I need to, 100%. All right, I'm going to turn this music down. What do we have in the Twitch chat? I say JReed1929. Is that your birth year? That's crazy. If that's true, welcome. And just welcome. Thank you for tuning in. The Danish editor, welcome, my friend. White Tesla, welcome. Little Oz 2. DTG Kosh, the Science Geek 1682. That's even more impressive if that's your birth year. Shaggy33334, welcome. Eros 2 as well. Kiss, Ravaga, back again. Mad Dog Gamer. How's it going, man? Welcome. Hopefully, you're all having fantastic days. So, this is StoneBlock. It's a fairly new 1.12, kind of questing, but also kind of kitchen sink-like mod pack. You'll kind of get what I mean by if I open up the quest book here. Also, the Danish editor, thank you very much indeed for the 4 months in a row. Isaac, did you know that the most common reason behind divorce is getting married? Feels amazing, man. I mean, that seems true. I would assume, Danish, that the stats would kind of show that 100% of divorces start in marriage, right? Please, can you call me Shaggy? No need for the 33334. I mean, that's not the name, though. The name is 33. Fine, I can call you Shaggy. Razor, thank you for the 10 bits. He says, Sphax, please. We are not using Sphax today, unfortunately, but we are using the vanilla texture pack. So, for those who like the vanilla texture pack, here it is. But yeah, so, as I was saying, this is StoneBlock. Oh my goodness, I can't even get 4 words in before Kragnoth hits me up with a 7-month resubscription. Holy heck, and also, I will read Kragnoth's message out in just a second after I thank Razor, who has also been subscribed for 9 months in a row. He says a Twitch baby. It is indeed a Twitch baby. A baby has been born today. Razor, thank you very much indeed, my friend, for the 9 months in a row. The continued support means a whole heck of a lot. Also, Kragnoth, he says Optifine in the mod pack that needs a 3-chunk render radius. Potato computer confirmed. I only install Optifine. I tell you, I only install Optifine for this zoom feature. If they had Optifine as like a different mod, if there was just a zoom mod that added this feature, I mean, there probably is, but like the extra FPS is nice, right? It's very nice to have indeed. That's definitely my birth year. I've gone through some rough times, seen my share of wars. I mean, heck, 1682, that's a lot of wars, man. That's a lot of wars. What is your secret to living for like, 400 years? That is insane. But anyway, this is StoneBlock, a 1.12 questing mod pack that is kind of a bit more kitchen sink than it is questing. And I say that because I opened up the pack and I opened up the quest book, and I was kind of surprised to see that there were only 6 kind of sections here, 6 chapters, if you will, to the quest book. Normally, in packs like Modern SkyBlock 3, in packs like Enigmatica 2 that we've been playing recently, those kind of packs just have, you scroll down because there are so many chapters and so many quests in the pack. It's actually ridiculous, but in this pack, there were only 6, which kind of had me thinking that it was a pretty small pack, right? You've got your typical kind of somewhat, I say typical, it's kind of typical with a bit of a twist because obviously we're not in the sky, we're in a cave. And so we do have Ex Nihilo to start with here, but it is tweaked ever so slightly because we're not in the sky. And then you can see over here, we've got some sifting, we've got some cobblestone generation, we've got some late game stuff with the infinity catalysts here, the infinity ingots, all that kind of good stuff. Power generation, mystical agriculture, aka magical crops for those who are not familiar. Storage, we've got a choice of applied energistics and the other mod whose name I've forgotten. Refined Storage is the name of the mod. Draconic Evolution on Project E, and I thought, wow, this must be a really, really small mod pack, but it turns out that it's actually gigantic. It has a whopping 240 mods in it, which is actually insane. And a lot of the mods just aren't reflected in the quest book. You have to just kind of use your imagination, if you will. And so in that sense, it's kind of a bit more kitchen sink-esque. There's a lot of openness to it. It's mostly tech stuff. There is a little bit of magic in there with Britannia, but there's no Thaumcraft, no astral sorcery, I don't think. Yeah, no, it would make sense. There's no sky, so astral sorcery probably isn't there. And then also, there's no Thaumcraft, there's no blood magic, no astral sorcery, none of that stuff is in here. There are a few odd mods that I wasn't expecting to see. One of those is Buildcraft, which I have not played with in forever, because I don't think it came out for 1.10, and I just haven't played a 1.12 pack with it in yet. And so I'm kind of looking forward to maybe setting up a Buildcraft quarry, potentially, in like a mining dimension, and maybe even also getting into using these Buildcraft pipes again, because it's been so long, and I just got kind of a bit of nostalgia for those pipes. We'll see. And then also another mod that I haven't played with in a long time is Woot. I believe the last time I played with this mod was in Feed the Beast Beyond, which was back in 1.10. And for those who don't know, this is essentially a mod that lets you set up a custom mob spawner that can either spawn like specific mobs or multiple different kinds of mobs, and you can upgrade it to different tiers, kind of like a blood magic altar. Or kind of like a Void Ore Miner from Environmental Tech, something like that, where you can kind of build it up and then it just generates resources. You feed it power and it generates resources from nothing, specifically mob drops. It kind of simulates those mob drops, which is pretty cool. And so yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to playing with that, as well as all the other mods that are in the pack at some point here. Have you actually lost your skin? I mean, I haven't. I've just been too lazy to load back in my normal skin, as I'm currently still wearing this full craft suit. Also, Archon, thank you for the 50 bits, my friend. I just got a Nike ad, which begs the question, tell us a joke. Knock knock. Doesn't really work with Twitch chat, so I've got to wait for 20 minutes for someone to say who's there, and then also, but it does give me 20 minutes to actually think up a joke. Who's there? It's me. I don't have a joke. I'm terrible at jokes. The new Tinkers, is there new stuff in Tinkers? We do have Tinkers Construct installed, but I have no idea if there was actually anything in it. It's actually been quite a while since I played with Tinkers Construct as well. I haven't used the mod in quite some time. It wasn't, actually, I guess I used it in Enigmatica. It just feels like a while because it's not in Fullcraft. But anyway, without further ado, if we pop open our Game Boy here, the first quest under Start of StoneBlock is the start. It says this is the start. Pebbles are obtained by breaking stone with an empty hand. So to get that, we have to go ahead and break some of the stone here. We need 16 stone in order to complete that first quest. And kind of like in something like Garden of Glass from Britannia, the kind of typical SkyBlock start, where you shift right click on grass to get cobblestones. You can use these and craft these up to make actual cobblestone. And then I believe the first thing that we're going to do is go ahead and craft that cobblestone up into a cobblestone crafting table. Just based on what I can see in the quest book. And then from there, I think we're going to move on into a normal crafting table. I'm not quite sure yet how we're going to get a sapling or dirt of any kind. I'm really hoping that the quest book is going to go ahead and give us that. Oh, it does say empty hand. I'm a fool. I'm breaking it with the stone pebbles. That's not why I'm getting any more. But yeah, here we go. Is StoneBlock going to be a Patreon server, and how do you get access to the Patreon servers, Isaac? It is indeed a Patreon server. You can see already we've got a bunch of people on it. You can visit patreon.com/GOC. Anybody who pledges at the $5 tier or higher does get access to all of the Patreon servers, including this one right here. So now that we've got ourselves 24 stone pebbles, we can go ahead and first of all make sure that the quest has detected. Sometimes you can see that Better Questing mod doesn't quite detect things before you like click detect/submit, and so gotta make sure you do that. We do have loot chests. I'm not quite sure how good these are going to be. I'm really hoping that they are great, because I'm a big fan of packs that have fantastic loot boxes in them. We got 8 draconic cores. That's actually kind of crazy. Like, it's useless for us right now, but that's a pretty high-end recipe right there. Like, that's quite expensive, all things considered. You know, it might make it a little easier for us to get to this mob grinder earlier on, actually. I don't know how hard it's going to be for us to get, like, draconium dust. That might prove somewhat difficult, but the fact that we only need 1, and then we can go ahead and make that top-tier mob grinder is kind of crazy. So I will take that. I don't know if you're guaranteed to get that if you pick this middle loot chest every time, because I'm not quite sure how all of those loot systems work. But nevertheless, now we need to go ahead and craft ourselves 1 stone crafting table. It's pebbles into cobblestone into stone crafting table. Seems easy enough. So if we do this and we do this, we get ourselves a stone crafting table from StoneBlock Utilities. I like it. We'll throw that down there. Looks quite cool. It's used for crafting. Nice. Is it any different from a regular crafting table, or is it just, is the fact that it's stone the only difference there? I feel like that makes sense. But anyway, if we open this up here, we can go ahead and, oh, I didn't detect /submit. I have to make another one. I'll pick this one up, and I can't pick that one up. Can I pick this up? I'm going to try pick this up. I think I might be able to pick it up. I totally can. Nice. Okay, in that case then, let's detect, claim the quest, get ourselves a nice tasty loot box, which hopefully again has something fantastic in it. That one's got an Invar hammer from Thermal Expansion. I'm not quite sure how you use these. Are these just made, are these used for like crafting plates? Or can I actually use this to like, oh my goodness, it's actually like a Tinker's Construct hammer. Oh my goodness, guys. That is gonna make clearing out cobblestone so much easier. Holy heck, look at this. Look at, oh my goodness. This is gonna be a SkyBlock in no time. This is gonna be a SkyBlock in freaking no time. You give me 5 minutes with this this hammer here, and we're not gonna be in a cave anymore. We're gonna be in an actual freaking SkyBlock. It's great. Oh, I love that. Okay, and that means we don't have to spend like the first 20 minutes of the stream here breaking these stone blocks by hand. We actually got a ton of cobblestone right away, which is fantastic. And so now if we go ahead and take a look at the next quest here, it says dirt is obtained by using a hammer. Craft a stone hammer and start smashing. Stone to cobblestone, cobble to gravel, gravel to dirt, dirt to sand, and sand to dust. That's new. Usually the way this works is you go cobble to gravel, gravel to sand, sand to dust. They've added in that intermediary step there between gravel and sand. They've thrown dirt in, which is pretty interesting. So I'm assuming the way that works, can you make a hammer without a stick, I guess, then in this pack? Let's have a look. So cobblestone hammer, you can indeed use stone rods here to make those. So if we do something like this, they're a little bit more expensive, requiring 4 cobblestone, but it's nothing that we cannot handle. Stone hammer, and then if we throw this down, this is actually super easy. I was not expecting it to be this easy for us to get dirt here. Also, I'm fairly certain that we do have ore excavator installed, or do we have ore excavator? Excavator. We do. I don't know if it's ore excavator, but we do have some form of excavate mod in. In that case, let me go ahead and unbind the quest book from the grave key, because I do not want that to be there. I want to be able to use the grave key to excavate ores. And so if we do something like, oh, nice, look at that. So we can actually just throw down a ton of cobblestone. I guess, honestly, we could just go ahead and, actually, I don't know if that works. What do you get if you break stone with a hammer? You get cobblestone. Okay. All right, I guess that kind of makes sense. And then we can go ahead and throw this down as well. As soon as we get a tree, we should be able to build like a wand almost right away, right? Let's have a look. Wand. So yeah, it should actually, could we use cobblestone sticks for that as well? Hold on. Hold the phone. If I go ahead and grab myself 2 stone rods and I do something like, that's not how you craft that. It's like that, right? Okay, so it doesn't work quite with cobblestone sticks, but it's pretty close. I like that. All right, in that case then, let me go ahead and just break this all with my hammer. Cool stuff. Also, Brock Cohen, thank you very much indeed, my friend, for the $5 pledge on Patreon there. If you do join the Patreon server whilst I'm streaming, I will get you whitelisted as soon as the stream's done. Just send me a message with your in-game name, and I'll get you whitelisted ASAP. But yeah, thank you again for the support, my friend. It means a whole heck of a lot. Okay, so now that we've got that, how will you repair it? You mean this thing here, the Invar hammer? I guess we can't really, unless we manage to get up to the point where we have like Invar before it breaks, which I don't think we're going to do. I think for now it's just going to have to be like an early game tool that we use and then lose, but that's kind of fine. I'm not really too bothered if we lose it early on. But now we've got ourselves 10 dirt, we can go ahead, detect /submit. I think I am in edit mode for some reason, so I'm just going to quickly do /bq admin edit, and that's going to go ahead and turn edit mode off. Not quite sure why, but the pack seems to start like that. But anyway, let's go ahead and claim a loot box. Again, the first 2 have been pretty good, and so I'm quite confident this next one here should also be quite good. We got 4 64K ME storage components. Again, not entirely all too useful right now, but still really useful later on down the line if we want to get into a little bit of applied energistics. It means that we can get into like really big disk drives or really big crafting CPUs, all that kind of stuff, nice and easily if we want to. So next up here, we got stone crook. Simply craft a stone crook. I'm going to go ahead and take a wild guess. The recipe looks something like this. A bunch of stone rods crafted like a crook. It doesn't. Excuse me, that's not how you craft a stone crook. Is it cobblestone and not sticks? Is it like this? Maybe I should just stop guessing and look it up. Oh, I was so close. It's not a shapeless recipe.
Whoa!
Nefric DK, thank you very much indeed, my friend, for the 7 months in a row. He says, hey-o! Welcome back, my friend. Thank you very much indeed for the continued support. It means a whole heck of a lot. And so now we've got that. What do we use the stone crook for to get our saplings, or to get our first bits of wood? But before that, another loot chest. We got engineer's goggles, we got red ribbons, and we got a black bow tie. Can I put all 3 of these onto my person, or do I have to pick? Oh my goodness, I can put all 3 of them on. Look at that. I need to be in the light here. Look at that right there. Oh, right at the start of the pack, and I'm already looking just dashing as ever. Holy heck. Evil Fester with the 100 bits. He says, another new pack. Do you ever finish a pack? LOL. This is a new pack. I do occasionally finish mod packs, but not too regularly. I wouldn't get used to the whole finishing packs thing. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and open up our quest book here, and let's find out how in the world we get saplings. Vanilla saplings are obtained by breaking dirt with a stone crook. So all we need to do is throw down a couple of these, which, oh my, somehow I've entered creative mode? When did I upgrade my... Excuse me? Did I upgrade my /game mode S? I do not wish to be in creative mode, and I also do not wish to be able to edit this quest. Are you sure you wish to close? Yes. Edit mode off. Okay, I am now in survival mode with edit mode off. Okay, I have cheated in some dirt. Guys, I've cheated in 6 pieces of dirt. So let's go ahead and break this with our stone crook. That's going to give us a bunch of actually different saplings. I wasn't actually expecting to get just a ton of random saplings there, but that kind of makes sense that you get different ones each time. This quest does want us to get 4 of every single sapling. One of my little pet peeves about better questing is the fact that they give you such a tiny little scroll bar, and the scroll bar doesn't do anything. Like, this little scroll bar here makes it look like you have to go through like 50 different saplings to get to the bottom, but in fact it just takes you to the bottom of that dark oak sapling there, which is kind of crazy. Cheater, it's true, I am a big old cheater. You've got me. I cheated in a whopping 6 dirt. No, why not just cheat in all the Project T stuff as well?
Whoa, whoa,
it's pretty much the same thing, right? The Wyatt, I hope that's how you want that pronouncing, but thank you very much indeed, my friend, for the Twitch Prime subscription. The support means a whole heck of a lot. Feel free to use those emotes in the Twitch chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And, all right, so all we need to do here is just actually get like a ton of cobblestone, throw it all down, and then break it all with our stone hammer. That's going to get us a bunch of gravel. Do the same thing again to get a bunch of dirt, and then throw all that down and get just a bunch of different saplings. I actually quite like this as well. I like the fact that they make it very easy to get all of the different saplings right from the start. It's going to make building a base that looks half decent actually fairly doable. Usually, like, a skyblock will limit you to, like, oak or birch or something like that, and, like, getting spruce wood or getting dark oak wood or anything like that can usually be quite difficult, especially early on. They usually make you jump through hoops to get to all of that stuff, but we don't have to worry about that. All we have to do is throw down a bunch of our dirt, break it down with a hammer, and we will get a plethora of all of the different kinds of saplings, and it is going to be actually fantastic. So let's go ahead and break all this. We are going to need a new hat. Oh, that's not hard to do. No. We are going to need that sand at some point. So I'm not too worried, but I did actually want to use my crook and not my hammer to break that. That was a mistake, but that's fine. It's not a problem.
Whoa.
Boom, there we go. Oh, there's so many saplings. I love it.
Whoa.
Revert K99. Thank you very much indeed as well for the Twitch Prime subscription. The support means a whole heck of a lot. Feel free to use those emotes in the Twitch chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, what are we missing here? Let's hit detect. That should go ahead and show us what we're missing. So we're missing some acacia and we're missing some birch. We've actually only got 1 birch, but we do have 3 acacia. And so we are pretty close to having this done. I would very much like so to get 3... Oh, we're so close. We're 1 birch sapling away. I'm really hoping here that, like, these 5 cobblestone are going to do the job. I don't want to have to make another hammer to get this quest complete, and I hopefully won't have to. Let's see. Birch. Nice. Okay, cool. So that is that quest complete. Let's go with the top one. Again, we've been picking quite well so far. We're getting some good stuff. Let's take a peek. We got a flask of fleet feet, which gives us speed 2 for 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'm not actually quite sure if that's any useful or if it's just going to make us fast for a little while. But, all right, sure. Fine. And then let's go back to the quest book here and move on to wood. We need to get 16 wood. That seems pretty easy to do. But before we can do that, we are going to have to clear out a bit of space here in our cave. Thankfully, we got this Invar hammer, and that should make light work of this. Isaac, are you the type of person... Isaac, are you a type of person? I am a type of person. Have you ever gotten divorced? I have never been divorced. It's true. I can say unequivocally I have never been divorced. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're just gonna clear out a bit of space here, make up some room for some saplings, and then we'll start throwing those down and trying to get some oak enough to complete the quest. For now, I'm just gonna kind of clear out enough space. I'm just gonna clear out a big old square. You know, eventually we'll try and make it look a little bit nicer, but for now, I just want to get the basics up and running. I feel like we are gonna have to get another torch fairly soon. The game does start us off with one, but like that really doesn't feel like it's gonna be enough. In fact, I think I'm gonna go ahead and throw down a piece of dirt like right in the middle here and start trying to grow our first sapling. I'm not 100% certain. Does this work? It doesn't work. I'm not 100% certain. I also hate this already. If we have tree growing simulator installed, and so I don't know if we can kind of force those trees to grow a little bit faster. I really hope that we do, just so we don't have to spend too much time waiting for trees to grow. Although, to be fair, the fact that it's so easy to get dirt and to get saplings, I wouldn't be surprised. It would make it, like, it's not going to be hard for us to get just a ton of dirt and a ton of saplings and get just a massive tree farm going to do that with if we wanted to. But I'm being told by the Twitch chat that we can indeed go ahead and twerk for our tree here. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that. I do love a good old bit of twerking for an oak sapling. Come on. We might not have enough space, actually. I might have to clear out a little bit more before that actually works, but that's fine. And as soon as we get our first sapling, and therefore our first bits of wood, that's not what I want to do, we should be able to make torches, right? Make torches, maybe get like a furnace of some description, and then move on to maybe some sifting, try and get some of that. I'm assuming it works out the same way that it normally does, where we throw down like a silkworm into some leaves. That silkworm's then going to go ahead and get us some string, use the string to make a mesh. I'm not quite sure what version of Ex Nihilo we're playing with. Ever since like 1.7.10, there have been like a few different variations of Ex Nihilo, which all do things a little bit differently. They kind of have the same core features to them, but some of them have like those big multi-block sieves where you can put like 5 sieves down or 25 sieves down all at once and sieve simultaneously in a bunch of different sieves. I'm quite a big fan of that one. I do like it. It's also usually got the glitch where you can rapidly right-click to sieve faster than normal, which I also like. And there we go, there's our first tree. Nice! So, we desperately need some kind of storage here. So I'm going to go ahead and vein mine this down. And I think the first thing I'm going to craft outside of a Tinker's Construct crafting station, which I think is just better than... Actually, I don't know if it is better than this. Let me see here. This does retain items, right? And it even shows you the items there on the top there. So I don't know if this is actually any better. I have made it, and so I am going to throw it down. But I think it's actually like exactly the same. Apart from the fact that this has got like a 3D rendering of the model and this one doesn't. I'm also going to go ahead and turn off the hotkey for crafting grids, because I'm not a fan of that either. Clear grid, get rid of it. Crafting grid, get rid of it. Zoom is what I want. Save toolbar activator, get rid of it. Tool and armor config UI, open exalted crafter, get rid of it. Slide inventory key, no. So many. This is one thing about modern Minecraft. There are so many, like, rebinds and just overlaps with key bindings. It's crazy. All I want to do is be able to zoom in on that beautiful little bit of sapling floating around there. It's great. A 3x3 sieve does work at least. Ooh, in that case, I wouldn't be surprised if the 5x5 does work. I'm very happy to see that. That sounds good and should make our sifting life just a little bit easier. It should make it a lot easier for us to go ahead and sift all that up. I'm going to raise the roof just a smidge here because I still don't think we quite have enough space for those trees to grow quickly. And so we'll figure it out. I couldn't get it to work? Really? I'll give it a try. We'll have to see if we can get it to work. You can't use multiple sieves? Oh, I'm being fed multiple lines of information. A few of my experts are telling me one thing and a few are telling me the other. Might have to be using heavy sieves? Also a possibility. I can't quite remember how it worked in like Sky Factory, which I think is the last time I used that kind of sieving setup, or maybe even Project Ozone Light. So I'm going to have to try and figure that out. It would be nice if you could, but it's not the end of the world, really, if we can't use that. It's not too bad just sifting normally. We'll figure it out. Okay, so we really want this, I think, smack bang in the middle of the cave there, but there we go. There's another freaking tree. And I guess for now, I'm actually not sure if like vanilla tools have been tweaked in any way. I don't think they will have been. This mod is very kitchen sink, and it does have a good deal of quests in it, and some of the stuff has been tweaked to make it work in a cave. But for the most part, a lot of the recipes and a lot of the mechanics have not been changed all that much. You'll see that none of the vanilla tools have been changed, and so if you want, you can go ahead and just craft up like a standard stone crafting, standard stone axe. You can't use these stone rods to do it, but I don't think that it's going to be too difficult for us to go ahead and craft one up like so. I'll craft two because I know I'm going to run out of our first one probably quite quickly. And whilst we're on the subject of crafting recipes, I should probably show you kind of some of the tweaked recipes in the pack. Like I said, for the most part, things are left just basic. There are a few recipes that have been tweaked. Specifically, Project E has been changed quite a bit. It kind of has to be changed because the default Project E recipes are just ridiculous. Like, they're far too easy to get, and then they just make the rest of the game worthless. You know, it's so easy to get everything. And so if we go to @Project E, you'll see stuff like the Philosopher's Stone. Actually might not have I think this is a different recipe. It doesn't normally come with the actual edition star here, but still not terribly bad. The things that have really been changed, and the only, as far as I know at least, the only super hard recipes are the transmutation table, and then after that, the transmutation tablet, both of which have extreme crafting recipes, which even then are not super hard to get. There are no, like, infinity crystals here. Well, there are some infinity ingots, and those do, I think, require infinity crystals. They do, but they're not, it's not crazy. It's not the worst, you know, crafting recipe I've ever seen. I've seen more and harder crafting recipes than this, but for the most part, you know, if we look up the recipe for a pulverizer, that's always my go-to when I look to see if recipes have been changed. You'll see that this is a bog standard pulverizer recipe with a piston, a machine frame, and 2 copper gears, and so I'm quite happy about that. It's been a while outside of Fullcraft since I've played like a non-expert pack, and so not having to go through all of that like micro crafting and grind and all that stuff should be quite nice. Actually, playing Fullcraft has been like a real refreshing change of pace, and so I'm very excited to see what we can do with this pack. Hopefully it's going to be a lot easier, and hopefully we can get a lot farther than we normally do. Also, hey to Thadboy, welcome my friend, glad you could join us. So yeah, let's go ahead, and I'm just basically going to chop down a few trees, keep using the crook to make sure we get as many silkworms as possible, and then once we've got a decent amount of wood, we can throw down a couple of trees, infest those with the silkworm, and start to work towards getting just a little bit of string. How many mods are in the pack? I believe about 240. It's a pretty big pack. It does tell you on the loading screen, but yeah, it is pretty hefty. Like, it looks pretty light based on this here, but once you actually get into it, it's a big pack. It's not a light pack at all. The top level is lava. Oh, really? So if you try and dig like right up, you get to lava. Is that like Y256 is lava, or is it like lower than that? Because I don't want to hit that lava if possible. Although I guess you could maybe use that to your advantage, right? Is there lava beneath us as well, potentially? Because either way, it would be cool to get like maybe a little bit of early game power. I'm assuming we do have magma generators like enabled, and so we could potentially get some lava and try and get power with that early on, maybe. You know, pump it out of the pre-existing lava above us. Must dig up. I'm not going to dig up until we need to dig up, I don't think. I'm a little scared, though, because we start at Y level 90. We're quite high up, all things considered. And so, whilst we are still, you know, like 200 blocks away from the world height, I really don't want to accidentally hit, like, a big old pool of lava, you know? Mod packs nowadays so heavy, my peaks can't run them. They are getting heavier and heavier. There are so many mods in this mod pack. It is crazy. 240. That is a gigantic mod pack. Actually huge, but I love it as well at the same time. I love playing with just a ton of mods. I really like it. So now we've got 25 wood. That's not a ton, but it is enough to go ahead and complete this quest. And also, I did say I was going to go ahead and craft up a crafting table here, aka a chest. And so let's go ahead and grab one of those. For now, we'll just throw this down right about here and just dump basically all of our cobblestone into it. Although I guess, honestly, we can probably jump straight in with storage drawers. And maybe even the crates from actual editions. I don't think these are too hard to get. It's just wood, sticks, chests. You know what? Sure, I'm going to go ahead and craft one of those real quick just to make our lives a little bit easier. I'm also going to assume that this recipe works in terms of getting chests. It does indeed. I love it. So let's go ahead and craft up a few sticks. Once we've got 40 sticks, that seems like a reasonable number. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves one of those and kapow. Nice. Okay, that gives us a gigantic chest to start with here, which I'm very happy about. Like I said, we probably can get into storage drawers pretty early on, but I think for now, given that we've got quite a few different items, I think this will work a little bit nicer. So, let's go ahead and claim that quest here. We'll grab one of these. Give me something good. We got 8 speed upgrades, magical. Also pretty cool. Would be quite nice for transfer nodes, maybe for the... basically any of the stuff that uses grid power, any extra utilities 2 stuff, that could be quite useful, you know, speeding up the, is it called the resonator? Resonator, is that what it's called? Yeah, this thing right here, the resonator. Speeding that up early on can be quite useful. No solar panels, I guess. It's weird, right? Because if we look in the quest book here and we look under power generation, there's a whole section that wants you to make all of the solar panels that are available. Like, they want you to go from solar panel 1 all the way down to solar panel 8 here. Now, I don't know if this is just a troll because you can't actually use them, and they've also got these solar arrays here as well. So, like, these 2 big sources of power generation are here to generate power from the sun, but we are in a cave, so I have no idea quite how that's going to work, so I don't know, but we'll figure it out. Put them in the mining dimension, of course. I did notice that we do have at Aroma, this mod here, which does add the mining dimension. You can go ahead and, I guess, put them in the mining dimension, and that is, I believe, a dimension that is always daytime, like it's never night in the mining dimension, so that's quite cool. Also, yeah, the end, as I learned recently in Warcraft 3, is also always daytime, and so I guess we could do that as well if we wanted to. So now let's go have a look here again. So now we've got a few quests. We've got one for making a chest, which we have indeed done. So we'll claim our reward for that. We do have a little bit of a Britannia start over here that wants us to make some floral fertilizer. We can look at that, I guess, in just a second. We've also got a quest for string, which we can, of course, do with the silkworm. And then a quest that wants us to start making all of the Tinker's Construct tool stations and whatnot. So my Invar hammer is almost depleted. Are there any other kinds of hammers? Can I make like a stone hammer from thermal foundation? Is that something I can do, or do I have to make it out of, like, I can make like a gold or diamond hammer, although it doesn't look like there is like a stone version or a wooden version. But even the fact that gold and diamond is there means that we could probably get those fairly easily. Another 8 speed upgrades from the chests. Not fantastic, but, you know, usable. For now, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw down... Do I want to throw down a dark oak sapling? I'm thinking like spruce might give us more leaves, but they're also quite tall, right? So yeah, we'll go with oak, you know. Not dark oak. I want to go with regular old oak saplings. The good, the tried, the tested. Give me some of these. And we'll throw a silkworm in there. And then whilst we're waiting for that, we've got quite a bit of wood, and I think we should have enough to start making the basic Tinker's Construct setup. And so we can try and figure that out. Dark oak requires a 2x2 now? I believe it does, yeah. Hey, thanks for streaming. Thanks for watching, my friend. Thank you for watching. Finally caught you live. Welcome, Nomad. Thanks as well for joining us. This is taking a while, isn't it? Jeez. Give me a sapling, please. Could I get... Is this going to be like a gigantic, humongous, out-of-this-world, way too big tree? I mean, I'm not going to complain if it is. I am going to bump the roof up a little bit here where my quote-unquote tree farm is. Just to try and get this kind of coax it into growing, maybe. I'm not going to complain if this one's too big. Of course, we do have ore excavator in, and so we can tear it down fairly easily. And given that this is the sapling that we're going to use to get string, I would quite like it to have a lot of leaves. It ended up being just a basic tree, but that's fine. So let's get our silkworms here and just kind of pack as many of these as we can in. You only really have to put one in, but if you put more in, it will go ahead and complete just a little bit faster. And so whilst we wait for that, let's see if my muscle memory can carry me through creating all of these Tinker's Construct recipes. I'm pretty sure that I have all of these memorized at this point. So we can go ahead and it's this way around. Get ourselves a stencil table. Then go ahead, craft up a standard crafting table. We're also going to need a bog standard vanilla chest, which we already have, right? We do indeed, so we don't have to craft one of those. And then finally the oak wood as well. And that should, I think, be everything that we need there. There was another one on the list. I'm not quite sure what the new one is, but those are the ones that I know how to make. What am I missing? I am missing a part chest. What do I need for a part chest? Is that a new item? I think it is. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's just never usually required in the quests. Maybe I've missed it a few times potentially. That seems a lot more likely, because I think I have seen that before, or at least heard of it. Like, people might have told me to make it, and I just didn't. But there we go. That's all of the early game Tinker's Construct stuff ready to go. And again, for now, we'll just throw these down, I think, over in the corner here. So what do I want to do? I want to make sure that I have the... I want the stencil table next to my... No, I want... No. You know, I know how to make these off by heart, but I still always mess up putting these down. I want the part builder next to the stencil table, right? The pattern chest, aka the pattern chest, so I can actually access it like that. I also think I want the stencil table next to the pattern chest as well. Can I put them directly in there? I can, good stuff. And then we'll throw the tool station at the end like that for now. Maybe I'll throw the part chest here, actually. Can you access the part chest from... Hold on. First of all, can you access the part chest from here? You can't. Can you access the part chest from the tool station? That would make sense. You cannot. All right. Well, I guess never mind then. But we now have a part chest where I guess we can throw out excess parts if we want to just kind of not store them in a normal chest. We can throw them in here, which should probably make life quite a bit easier. And now we've got this beautiful frosty white tree in the background here, which we can go ahead and cut down using our stone crook. That should get us hopefully a fair bit of string. That is 17 string out of the first bit of the crook there, which is quite nice. I'm assuming that the standard wooden crook is just as good as the cobblestone one. And there we go. I think the recipe, yeah, the quest was not really for that much string. Thankfully, we've now got 54, which should be more than enough for us to progress here to make at least a couple of sieves. We will go ahead, of course, and grab a loot chest. Let's see what we get. 8 draconium-infused obsidian. What the heck can I use that for? A dislocator receptacle, as well as some facades. Painted cobblestone. That's it. It's just a painting machine. We can paint it to look like other blocks. So I guess we could just use it to make a dislocator receptacle. I have no idea what that's for. I haven't played with Draconic Evolution in quite some time. But anyway, if we pop back in to our quest book here, now we get to move on to completing this quest, which we will also do and claim another loot box here. And then our first quest in the sieving section starts here, which I believe is also fairly easy for us to make. We might have to grab a little bit more in the way of wood before we can actually craft these, but I think Ex Nihilo Creatia is the one maybe where you can set up multiple sieves, because I think in the old Ex Nihilo, you didn't used to have to make the mesh that goes into the sieve, whereas in this newer one that's kind of like 1.10 and onwards, you have to make the mesh and put the mesh into the sieve, right? So look, mesh. Yeah, there are multiple different tiers of meshes that you can put in there, and so I think this might be the one where we can put multiple sieves down. I'm not quite sure. We'll figure it out. But for now, I'm going to do some tree chopping to get a bit more wood. Isaac, are all the Patreons whitelisted on the server? They should be, yeah. If you are whitelisted on the, tier 4, storage upgrades, that's crazy. That's actually really nice. That's going to give us our early game storage drawers a ton of space. I am very happy with that indeed. But yeah, no, we do have, if you are whitelisted on, I think it's Enigmatica, you should be whitelisted on this by default. Like, I just moved the whitelist over, and so it should be pretty much identical. It is raining cobblestone. We got like a block that's like stuck in the sky somewhere, and it keeps falling down. I probably have to just break some blocks to get it to be free. Hey, Toffee, welcome. Glad you could join us. You can make a portal with it. Of course. I think I do remember that. I think Isaac noticed Toffee in the chat before she punishes us all. I have noticed you, Toffee. You have been noticed. Welcome. But yeah, I think in like Feed the Beast Infinity, like back in 1.7, I made some kind of portal with Draconic Evolution. Maybe that was the same one. If you're a Patreon and not whitelisted, how do you go about getting added? Electrified, my man, all you gotta do is just tell me in the Twitch chat, and knowing that you created, I can't copy your name. Why do you do this to me, Twitch? Knowing that you created Not the Bees, I will go ahead /whitelist add. And I know that you're a Patreon, so we'll go ahead and you could not be added. Is that like that? I think that's your IGN, right? Anyway, hey Isaac, what mod pack is this? We are playing StoneBlock. It's a fairly new 1.12 questing /kitchen sink mod pack. It does have a quest book, but it's largely just kind of do what you want. The quest book is very bare bones and kind of just leads you through some of the basic stuff. But yeah, it's a 1.12 quest pack. It's kind of like a SkyBlock, but instead of starting in the sky, you start in a cave and then work your way into a bigger cave as time goes on. I'm also going to throw down some more saplings here, just so we can kind of twerk and try and get these to grow a little bit faster. We do also have chickens installed. Yeah, we do have, what's the mod called? Roost, I think is the mod, at Roost. Yeah, we got Roost installed, so you can use chickens to acquire resources, I guess, if you wanted to, right? If we use a lapis chicken to create a lapis, like that is something we can do in this mod pack. And so we might look into using chickens potentially at some point. We might use a mixture of like a couple of things, maybe some ex nihilo, maybe some chickens, maybe some environmental tech. We have that in here as well. So we could use that to get ores and resources if we'd like. There's a ton of different stuff. There's so many mods in this pack. It's crazy. Yeah, for some reason you do start this pack on fire. When you join, like when you start your own world or when you join this server, you start burning for some reason. I'm not quite sure why, but you'll see there that Electrify did just join and like instantly burn, which is crazy. Actually crazy. Oh my goodness. All right. So yeah, we're just gonna grab a little bit more in the way of wood. I'll keep crafting these crooks because I think you do have like an increased chance of getting saplings as well if you break these leaves with crooks. And so we'll continue to do that and chop as many of these down as we can. Turkeys. I don't think we have turkeys in the pack, unfortunately. Turkeys. That's not how you spell turkeys, Isaac. We do have turkey meat. Like we can, I don't, how do you get turkey meat then if there's no turkeys? It's like a chicken and egg question, right? You can get turkey, but there are no turkeys. How does that work? Also, Excelius. Hey man, how's it going? We're getting a nice full server here. I like it. I like it. All right, this is working out quite nice. So it seems like we've got just enough space to get like the nice sized oak saplings. I'm really not a fan of those gigantic, you know the ones when you put down an oak tree and you end up with this massive, you know, just monstrosity of a sapling, of a tree even, that's just a pain in the backside to cut down because not all the logs connect and you've got to go through and try and break them all individually. I'm also hoping that we have compressed crooks in this pack as well. We do indeed. Good stuff, good stuff. So we can use that to get a crook that lasts a little bit longer. We'd have to keep recrafting them quite so often. And also, I'm going to assume that apples are going to be pretty much our main source of food for quite a while here. Let me see. We do have Pam's Harvest Craft installed. And so I'm going to assume that we can make apple sauce, which gives you 1 chicken leg of hunger and then 2.5 of saturation. Let me check apple juice. Do we get any more from that? Apple juice gives you the exact same. I think that the apple sauce might be easy to craft. What do I need? I need a pot, which is some bricks. And so actually it's not easier. I think what's going to be easier for us here is to get a simple vanilla furnace. Throw that down right about there. Throw in some stone is what I meant to throw in there and not wood. And then we can use that stone to make a really easy juicer and then go ahead and throw that into our bellies and just have a nice bit of hunger filled up. You can eventually get the gluttony charm. I forgot what mod they're from. Yeah, I also forget what mod that's from, but I have gotten used to the gluttony charm. Is it Britannia? No, it's Dark Utilities, which adds the gluttony charm. Okay. I know the rune of gluttony there is from Britannia, but yeah, I will be getting this as soon as possible. I actually was surprised. When I went to go eat the apple a second ago, I just tapped right click, thinking that just like in Fullcraft, it would just like eat it all instantaneously. Alas, I do not have myself a gluttony charm yet, and so I cannot do that, but I am very much so gonna go ahead and do that. Isaac, this time make the freaking cheap golden apple when you make the charm. I will do. I know last time I made it, I used the expensive golden apple with the golden blocks, when in fact you can make it using the cheaper golden apple as well. So I will be using the cheaper version this time around. Never fear. Never fear. All right, so I think that's probably enough wood. Let's take a quick peek back into the quest book here. We should now have more than enough to make our first sieve. Let me check here. I'm fairly certain the recipe is something like that. So we'll get some slabs. I'm going to make a few. Yeah, let's make 3. I want to test this, right? We might only be able to use 1, possibly, but I want to try using more than 1 to see if it's doable. People have told me it's not doable, and I believe them. But, you know, I've got to do some testing. You know, I've got to try it myself to truly know that it's not gonna work. Also, 9 nature cores. I guess those are useful. Maybe? I have no idea what those are for whatsoever. They don't seem to have a recipe, which is interesting. And they don't seem to be used for anything apart from painting. So maybe they have like an ability. Maybe they make things grow faster or something. Mystical agriculture is in the pack. Yeah, like I said, there are so many ways that we can generate resources, right? We've got the environmental tech for the Void Ore miner, the resource miner, the botanic miner. We've got Ex Nihilo. We've got the chickens. We've got mystical agriculture for growing lapis and gold and diamonds, all that kind of stuff. We've just got so many mods installed that can all work towards getting us resources. And so we'll probably try and dive into all of them as we progress through here. But that's going to get us a juicer, which we can use to get ourselves a nice amount of apple juice here. Keep us nice and full. No agricraft. Also, are we getting, you get speed from apple juice. That's crazy. I like it. I like it a lot. We get it on the Fullcraft server, but I always thought it was because it was like the nutrition mod that gave us speed. But it looks like just apple juice in general gives you speed. That's crazy. I'm going to turn off view bobbing because I like not having view bobbing on. All right, so that's our sieve done. Next we need to make our first mesh. The silk mesh, I'm fairly certain, if memory serves me right, looks something like that. It does indeed. We might as well go ahead and make 3 of those. And then here is our moment of truth. Can we, in fact, sift multiple bits of, like, sand? Oh, my goodness. Kiss, you lied to me. I've been lied to. I have been lied. They've lied to me. You can, indeed, sift multiple items at a time. I freaking love it. Oh my goodness, that's going to make our lives so much easier. Ban the liars. oh, it's so good. Okay, so now we've got that. We can go ahead and claim another loot chest there. Let's have a look. Another flask of the Fleet Feet, which I will just throw in here for now. And now, after that, this quest line here just takes us through all of the meshes, which we will walk towards. The smeltery actually shouldn't be too hard for us to get. I'm going to assume that clay is made in the exact same way that it's normally made in Ex Nihilo, and that is in a barrel filled with water. We do have, I think, X-Compressum installed. That's what adds the compressed crook, and so we should be able to grab ourselves an oak crucible. Do we have more slabs? We do. Good stuff. Grab that. We should be able to grab an oak crucible, throw that down, and if we put saplings into that oak crucible, those should eventually turn into water, which we can then use to make our clay, which is pretty cool. We will go ahead and get 2 of these, I guess, and also make some form of bucket. Do we have a mod that adds a clay bucket in? We do indeed. I like it. Isaac didn't read the in-game chat. I didn't read the in-game chat. Did people tell me that you could, in fact, do this? That is being done right here. I think I'm also going to make another one of these small storage crates just for the drops from this, because we are going to end up with quite a few of them. And I don't want to kind of throw them. I don't want to throw everything into this small storage crate, at least not just yet. I want to be able to find what I want fairly quickly. At least that's the idea, maybe. So we'll grab some chests. I think, do we already have another wooden casing, or do you make those one at a time? I guess you make them one at a time. That's fine. Get some sticks. 4 will do. Kapow and kaboom. Those things are so easy to make. I love it. Again, for now, we'll just throw this here. That does mean that I kind of want to make 22 more sieves so that we can go ahead and get even more of this. Like, and just sift so much at once. I feel like that would be fantastic. So yeah, I'm going to have to get some clay here. We actually only need 1 bucket, like 1 crucible worth of water to get our first bit of clay. And so all we really, I think, need to do, if the mod hasn't changed, which I don't think it will have done since last time I played it, is grab some cobblestone, make ourselves a cobblestone hammer so we can turn that sand there into some dust, and then throw that dust into the water when it's ready in the crucible here, and that should give us our first bit of clay, which we can then go ahead and use to get a clay bucket, which we can then use to get an unlimited source of water, and therefore get unlimited clay going forward, and progress on to start working on a little bit of Tinker's Construct, build ourselves a smeltery, and move on from there. We've also got a quest to build a mob farm. That's something we're going to have to do pretty early on. Unfortunately, the Woot mod, which I mentioned at the start of the stream, doesn't have... It's not cheap by any stretch. Like, I think you do need a factory core, or factory heart maybe, to get this thing set up, and it is a little pricey to get set up. It's not super expensive, but it's like stuff that we don't have yet. Like iron ore might take us a little while to actually get, given that we don't get iron ore from sifting. We get those iron chunks, and so we are going to have to wait until we get something like an induction smelter at the very least before we can start working on setting up Woot. And so we are going to have to set up some kind of normal mob farm for the time being, but that shouldn't be too difficult for us to do. There's our first bit of clay. I didn't even test it. I was going to test if I could craft. There's no recipe for clay. There's no recipe for any of these. Isn't the default key R? Let's have a look. Show recipe. Is it rebound to something else? Key R. What is it rebound to? Rotate grid? No. Extend inventory? No. Force, what about toggle freeze effects? Get out of here. Toggle emergency hover mode? Leave. Show recipe, fire projectile? No. There we go. So now if I press R on something, there we go. Okay, I like it. I like it. It does not look, however, like I can craft clay blocks into clay, which is, that's all I want. It's the one thing that I want in this world. That's the only thing I want. Please. Okay, so now we've got our first bits of clay anyway. We can go ahead and get a clay bucket and smelt that here. I see somebody has tried to use the prime command in the Twitch chat. Does that not work? Prime. Or can only like a... Oh, there we go. Do we have a mod in chat who can fix that? Apparently like only an op can use the prime command. Hey, Geos, you took my suggestion. Hey, Slay, how's it going, man? Did you suggest I play this? Nature cores are good for free wood without having to place saplings. Oh, nice. How do they work? I have no idea. All right, but anyway, now we've got some buckets. Let's go ahead and get 2 more bits of dust here and also throw just a bunch more. I guess we should probably as well check if we've got like wooden shears in the pack or even stone shears. It looks like we can get clay shears, which is interesting. I don't have enough clay, I don't think, to do that yet. We're so close. We're so close. But if we get shears, we could, I don't know, it feels like it might not even be worth us getting clay shears, just because as soon as we get this bit of water, we're not going to need to have, I was going to say we could put leaves into here instead of saplings, but once we get this next bit of water, I guess it might be worth doing it because we can then get, I don't know, we'll see. What pack is this? We are playing the StoneBlock mod pack. It's like a SkyBlock, but you start in a cave. Also, let me just do a quick like inventory dump here so I can grab all this stuff that we're going to sift. Nice. Okay. Didn't get, actually we got nothing, like hardly anything from that, which is crazy. Let me check, what do you get when you sift sand? Are the odds that low? I guess 1% or 1 times like 3%, 5%, 30%. So you're quite high to get iron, but I guess those odds go up the more that you head on up the chain here. So once you get to like a diamond sieve, yeah, like a 60% chance, 18, 15. Okay, so we kind of want to try and work up that sifting chain really as fast as possible if we can. Is this pretty much done? It's not. It's going to take a while. I guess whilst we're waiting, we could always go ahead and get ourselves a second wooden crucible. It's really not necessary, and it's just kind of laziness, but I kind of want it to be done twice as fast, you know? Did my sub not go through? You might want to try refreshing, and oh, I love fast leaf decay. I love it. The fact the leaves disappear right away. If you try refreshing, it should come up with a little icon, a little button in the Twitch chat that says like share your subscription, at which point it should go ahead and let you announce that you have subscribed or resubscribed. So this mod pack is something like Banished 1.6.4. I'm not familiar with the Banished mod pack for 1.6.4, but if it was like a skyblock but in a cave, then sure. Yes, this is on the Twitch launcher. We should use our compressed crook here, right? Nice. Okay, cool. I mean, at this point, I don't think it's worth us getting another crucible, because I think this one here is going to be almost done. It is indeed. As soon as that is done, we will go ahead and throw down, I guess I should use a normal hammer, right? We'll make like an unlimited water source right here, just so we can get more water nice and easily. You can go there. We'll fill you up with saplings. And again, whilst we wait for that, let's take another quick peek here into the quest book. Lava generation through the crucible, which I think is bone meal crucible. That's like that. Bone meal and clay, right? Porcelain clay? Yeah, clay and bone meal. Bone meal I think we can get from sifting dust, usually. Yeah. 10% chance. So again, we really want to try and move up through the different meshes as fast as we possibly can. Slay Games, thank you very much indeed, my friend, for the 3 months in a row with Twitch Prime. That's probably a whole heck of a lot. Always going to be sub till the day I die. You're my only sub. Holy heck. That is, that's a long time to commit, my friend. I hope you didn't like, I hope you didn't pay for that all in one go, like all up front. Otherwise, that's a lot of years of subscription to pay out, you know? Jeez, but thank you very much indeed for the continued support. It means a whole heck of a lot. Feel free to use those emotes in the Twitch chat whilst I chop down some more of these trees here. Did I break my... Oh, I did. I broke my compressed crook already. Holy heck. That thing disappears real quick. Isaac, get some torches. That is a good idea. I should 100% get some torches. Let's throw like a little bit of wood in here to get some charcoal. Cooking. I like it. Yeah, we'll get that going. All right, that's doing its thing, which is good. So yeah, the next one up is flint mesh, right? Let's have a look. Mesh. What do I need for the flint stiffened mesh? It's string and flint. Flint, we can actually get by crafting gravel, which is quite nice. We do have the choice. The game has been very kind to us here and has allowed us to either pay 3 gravel or, if you're feeling extra generous, 4 gravel to get 1 flint, which is actually very nice of them. And so, really, with that, all we need to do is just grab a ton of cobblestone. Now that we've got wood, we should be able to make that first tier of stone wand. And so, essentially, we are going to pick that up if we try to break it here. I really do need to kind of expand out this cave even more. We haven't built too much, but we're already starting to fill this thing up, like, rapidly. It's crazy. But let's go ahead and break that down with our hammer. I love how I made the wand and then didn't use the wand. Don't worry about it, chat, okay? But what we should be doing in this scenario is doing something like this and then using that wand, which I don't think is going to be quite able to do all of this. No, but it does make it a little bit faster still. Like so, and then just hammering all that down at once. So actually getting this flint stiffened mesh is going to be super easy, given that we can just go ahead and craft our gravel directly into flint, like so, and then therefore go ahead and craft the flint with the string instantly into a flint stiffened mesh. Is there a way to upgrade a normal mesh? I don't think there is. Can I turn my normal mesh back into string? I also don't think that I can, unfortunately. I'm just thinking about the fact that we need string for every section. String's not that hard to get, but it is a little bit tedious waiting for the tree. But you know what? I'll do it anyway. I'll do it anyway. Here we go. This one's better. We probably should have just gone straight to it and not even made the first tier of mesh. Although it is also a quest, and so I guess nothing was really lost in the long run. We did have to do it to progress. We'll throw you in there. And I also think we've got a quest or two to claim now. Let's have a peek. We do. Let's go ahead and grab that. Hopefully again something good. 12 epic bacon. Epic bacon is a very nice, very nutritious meal source. 11 saturation is insane. I love it. I love it. I love it. TL the X-Man. Hey man, how's it going? Welcome back. The Madman is back. Welcome. I don't know if I'm the Madman or if you're the Madman, but we can both be madmen together. Welcome. Torches. Torches, torches, torches. Let's get a little bit of wood, turn it to sticks. Give me some torches. Let's get some light into this cave. Just because we live in a cave doesn't mean we have to live in complete darkness. You know, cavemen, they have rights too. They have the right to life and light. Here we go. Boom. Oh, look at that. It's a bit too bright, actually. It's lost the cave feel now. It no longer feels like a dingy cave that we live in. It's so bright. You know, it's too bright. I need to turn my brightness down. See, now it feels so weird. I never play with brightness down. Oh, so bright. Holy heck. Anyway, let me see here. What are we working on? We're waiting for the oak crucible, which is now done. So now we can go ahead and do this, and we have a lovely unlimited source of water, which I believe we can use in here to get ourselves limitless clay, which is very nice indeed. And that's going to help us to get to the Tinker's Construct smeltery. But before I start working on that, I think that I might try and get this crucible. And for that, we just need to get ourselves a ton of dust, which means a lot of hammering. So, I'm wondering, I'm thinking, first of all, we should probably kind of expand out this cave a little bit in one of these directions. Now, I think, yeah, there goes my hammer. I think I'm going to just go ahead and, like, vein mine from the middle here. I don't know how big of... I can't vein mine with this, excuse me. This is not a vein mineable tool. I beg your pardon. Can I make a vanilla pickaxe and vein mine with that then, instead? I just want to clear out like a large area. Excuse me, I cannot. The vein mining has been modified. It has been tweaked to slow down my progression, to keep me into this tiny little cave. I cannot. You can't vein mine stone. Oh, okay. Well, in that case... Oh my goodness, is there any other way I can... we've already looked at this recipe here. There's no, like, hammer that I can make. Which kind of sucks, because now it's going to be a little bit more tricky for us to get... We've already got a ton of cobblestone, in fairness, but it does mean it's going to be a little bit harder for us to get even more cobblestone going forward. But nevertheless, let's get a bunch of dust here and start sifting that. Hopefully we get enough bone meal from sifting all that dust to try and get ourselves our first little bits of porcelain clay, make ourselves a crucible, get into lava, and then maybe set up some kind of automated cobblestone generator so we don't have to worry about this going forward. Let's actually quickly look at the recipes for the cobblestone generators from Tiny Progressions. These ones simply require, a bucket of lava, bucket of water, stone, and glass, and then you can upgrade those with iron, blaze, emeralds, diamonds, and that's it. Cool. Okay, so we'll try and do that. We'll try and work our way up to that that section. It's because if you try and vein mine stone, you would terror shatter the world. Yeah, you would kind of destroy the world. That's crazy. You can always make a flint hammer. Is that true? Flint hammer. That's from Tigger's Construct, though, right? Like, I'd have to put that together. I guess I could, but at the same time, I don't think it's really necessary at this point. For now, I'm just going to throw down all my gravel and whatnot and just try and get as much dust as we can. Of course, gravel does not float, despite what some people believe. What mod pack is it? We are playing the StoneBlock mod pack. It's like a SkyBlock, but you start in a cave that is made up entirely of stone. Do we get a counter for how many people are going to ask that throughout the stream? All right, we only need 4. That's fine. Why am I making a crook? I'm making a compressed crook. I don't, my brain, it jumps onto autopilot sometimes. Like, I don't need a compressed crook. I need a stone hammer. And I guess, actually, what I should be compressing here is the stone hammer, right? Like, I should make some space in my inventory here real quick. Craft up a total of 9 stone hammers, like that. And then use those stone hammers to craft up a compressed stone hammer so that we can just break compressed gravel as opposed to breaking standard gravel. We are going to lose a bit of the gravel here to flint, but that's fine. So yeah, now that we got that, we can go ahead and craft up compressed gravel, like so, and then just put down 3 compressed gravel and break that with the compressed stone hammer. And again, we could vein mine that, actually, I believe at least, unless the config has been changed. And also, whilst I got it on my mind, I should also make a crafting table on a stick so that I can craft those like compressed blocks without having to walk back to the crafting table every time. That's going to make my life, again, just a little bit easier. It's just a nice quality of life improvement, if nothing else. Get some signs, and kapow. Nice. Okay, so now we can craft with that on the go, which is nice. So, for example, if we're over here and we want to go ahead and craft up our sand... No, our dirt, sorry. I'm thinking... My brain is still on the default that you craft, you use the hammer from cobblestone to gravel to sand, and sand to dust. I'm still not used to the dirt intermediary that has been added, so I'm going to keep forgetting about that. But nevertheless, we can now craft here, get a bunch of compressed sand, throw that down, and kapow, ton of dust. I like it. This should sift fairly quickly over here. Again, I'm going to kind of put most of my stuff in this crate for now, just to kind of separate the drops that we get from the normal stuff that we're using in day-to-day crafting. What about the cobblestone generators? If you get a clay bucket and dig up an area and dig up and get lava, you can make cobble gen. That's a fair point, actually. Apparently there is lava at the top of the world. If you go like right up to Y level 256, apparently there is lava there. And so I guess in theory we could just dig all the way up, grab a bucket of lava, come all the way back down and make a cobblestone generator that way. I think we are still going to want to get a crucible so we can make infinite lava going forward, right? But we could do it that way, I guess, if we really want to. All right, we needed what, just like 7 bone meal? We got 8, which is quite nice. We didn't get a lot of anything, actually. We got some nickel, some silver, some gold. Not even enough, like, gold to make a golden ingot. Only just enough silver to make a silver ingot, which is not the best. So we are going to have to, like, upgrade this or really just, like, make a lot more civs pretty soon here. But now that we've got the 8 bone meal, we can craft that up with the clay that we're going to get from these guys. That's going to get us... we need the 7 porcelain, so I'm only going to make 7. Might as well save that clay and bone meal for a different recipe. Craft that up into a lovely little U-shape and then smelt that bad boy in the furnace there to get ourselves our first fully fired up and ready to go furnace, crucible even, which we should put on top of a torch for now and then eventually on top of lava to make it just a little bit faster. So yeah, that should work out quite nicely. Is this mod pack good to play with friends or better alone? I think it would be a great mod pack to play with friends. Just like kind of any SkyBlock. You know, it's a fun pack. You know, you can be, especially like early on, like now, there's like a ton of somewhat grindy stuff that needs to be done. You need to get a lot of cobblestone, turn it to sand, gravel. You could all be delegating tasks and doing different things. I think this is definitely the kind of pack that you could play quite well and having a lot of fun playing it with a couple of friends. You know, you get like 2 or 3 people on here. I think it could be a good time. You probably complete it fairly quick, depending on how much time you're playing it. You know, it's not a particularly difficult pack, I don't think, but I think this would be a good pack to play together. All right. Okie dokie. So this is smelted. I like it. I will grab one of our spare 16 torches. We'll throw this down, I guess now, like for now, just like right here. That should do just fine. And if memory serves me right, again, 4 cobblestone should be enough to get us our first bucket of lava. We are going to lose this clay bucket in a second here to that lava, but that's fine. Let me quickly check here. Iron chunks. What is the best material to sieve to get iron? I think it's going to be gravel. Is going to be my assumption here. We could get a heavy sieve to sift like compressed gravel, but I think you cannot use the heavy sieve in a large area like you can with this. Like I think we can put up to 25 of these sieves down and sift them all at once, whereas with the heavy sieve, I don't think that's the case. Even though you can sieve 9 at once, you can't sieve, 25 at once, which is, bigger than 9, for those who didn't know. So let's see here. If we sieve sand, we have like a 30% chance. Gravel is a 30% chance. It looks like that's the same. Maybe I want to go with sand. Dust is also a 30% chance. It looks like they're all the same there in terms of the drop percentage that you actually get. So yeah, I guess we could go with, and we're not going to get any of this stuff like the diamonds or anything until we get a higher tier of mesh. And so I guess it really doesn't matter what we sift, which means it's probably going to be in our best interest to sift just gravel for now, because gravel is so much easier for us to get. So let me go ahead and grab 1, 2, 3, 4.5 stacks. That should get us a nice even number of compressed blocks, I believe. Give it a second. There we go. Good stuff. It's us 32 blocks. And so this should get us just an absolute ton of gravel, which is going to be fantastic. Hammer all that down and then start sifting it. Before I sift it, I think I will go ahead and make a bunch more sieves. I'll try and make as many sieves as we possibly can, just so we can get this done as fast as possible. Look at all that gravel. I love it. It's so easy and so quick to turn just like all of our cobblestone into just a ton of gravel. It's fantastic. Heavy is not worth it. Yeah, I didn't think it would be, to be honest. Hey, I've been watching you since the first Crash Landing episode. That is a long time, my friend. Thank you for sticking around. Crash Landing. That was a good mod pack. I enjoyed that tremendously. Okay, so let's see. If I want to make, 22 more sieves, I'm going to need some slabs, which we do have. We've got 26 slabs, so we've got enough slabs to make it happen. We've got 8 more. So I actually need sticks here. Let me think. I need 22, right? Which means that now I need, 14 more? Which means I need 28 sticks. I got 32. I'm not going to have enough planks, am I? Not enough planks, man. Not enough planks. Although, if we get more planks, then maybe we can do it. Maybe it happens. 22, look at that. That was a total fluke, by the way, that I happened to have the right amount there, but that should take us to 25. Now, whether or not we're going to have... I'm going to have to move this as well, because it's going to get in the way. Whether or not we're going to be able to make enough meshes to fill this out is definitely going to be the next big question here, because I don't think that we are going to be able to do it, but, work in progress. We can get there. It is indeed the Taylor Swift number. It's true, 22. I'm going to have to play that song. I'm turning 22 in like 2 months, guys. It's crazy. Crazy. I'm a wee young 21-year-old. If you're 21, people think you're young, like, oh, he's only 21, he's got his whole life ahead of him. As soon as you hit 22, they're like, psh, psh, get the will signed, man. Get the coffin picked out. Could you imagine if people were like that? That's crazy. People are not like that. Don't worry about it. If you're 22 years old, you're fine. You've got a long time left, probably. I'm 20. You got loads of time. There we go. Nice. Okay. Isaac, make a dedicated sift room? We will. We will. This is not going to be our final destination. It's just kind of... I don't think I'm going to expand out too much from this cave in today's stream. I'll probably kind of stick with this just to get things up and running. And then maybe between streams, I'll try and build out, just dig out some, nicer looking rooms Because it's a little tedious, right? Watching me just dig out stuff for a while. Isaac, make a server for StoneBlock. We're playing on a server, my friend. We got a bunch of people on here. 36 years old, I guess, in the Minecraft Twitch world. I'm about to die. You're on death's door, man. You know, like, watch out. You know, just any minute now, it's gonna be it's gonna fade to black. All right, let's get another compressed sieve here, because we really are trying to get as many silkworms as possible. We might have to do a little bit of digging here just to make the room bigger so we can get more trees, because we're going to need so much string in order to make enough mesh to get this to work. Thankfully, we've got a lot of cobblestone, and so we can get a lot of gravel fairly easily. But yeah, we're going to need so much string. It's going to be crazy. Oh, dang, I may join. Yeah, join, my friend. Join. Do it. Well, we're playing on a server. I quite like it as well. The server, I was a little worried. So, like, this morning, I got up, you know, as I do every morning. Surprise, surprise. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to make a StoneBlock server. It looks like fun. It looks like my kind of pack. I think I could have a good time with this. Where's my juicer? There it is. I'm so used to Sphax. I never see the juicer. It's a little disc in this texture pack, aka the vanilla texture pack. But yeah, I got up and I was like, I'm going to make a StoneBlock server. So I spent like 2 hours this morning thinking about how I was going to set up the server so that we could spread the players out, because I had a feeling that everybody was going to spawn in the same cave, and so I'd have to set up multiple caves and have a system to teleport people to their caves and all that kind of stuff. And so I was learning about command blocks and how you can, you know, change what's written on a sign using a command block and teleport people and all that kind of jazz. And then it turns out that if you put on a server, this pack just auto puts new players into their own cave. So if you join the server now, you will just get put into your own cave straight away, which is great. I like it. Isaac actually researching stuff. I research a lot of stuff, man. Like, you should have seen the number of tabs I had open this morning. Isaac, did you read up on how to not fudge up the end portal? I know how to not fudge up the end portal, as long as I'm not being just completely careless. If I'm being careless, then I'll fudge it up. But, you know, I think I've got it. I think I know how to not fudge up the end portal, hopefully. Did we make another hatchet? Do we have a spare one still? We do. Nice. Look at that. Past Isaac doing all the work so future Isaac doesn't have to. I like it. Sphax all right. I'm probably not going to use Sphax in this pack. We use Sphax a lot. I like Sphax, but I also like vanilla every now and again. You know, I like, especially when it comes to building stuff. And I know this is kind of not the pack for building because it's a cave, but especially when it comes to building things, I'm a big fan of being able to use all of the vanilla textured like chisel stuff, which you just can't do when you're playing with Sphax. And so I'm probably going to stick around with Sphax for this, without Sphax for this pack. You know, we'll probably be back to it at some point in a future pack. Did you read about cheating in 6 dirt blocks? Yeah, I think I read an article that said you can cheat a little bit on Twitch and people won't mind, but if you cheat too much, then they're going to get angry. For those who don't know, I ruthlessly cheated in 6 pieces of dirt earlier in the stream, accidentally, you know, but, you know, Twitch chat will tell you a different story. They'll tell you I did it maliciously. How did I get, do you get gunpowder from sifting dust? Oh, you do? Nice. Okay, I was going to say, how the heck did I get 2 gunpowder as well? Make an all-in-one tool. All-in-one tool. I could do, couldn't I? Yeah. I might make a stone all-in-one tool, actually. Yeah, that's a good idea. That is a good idea. Let's grab some cobblestone. We got a bunch of wood. Let's get an all-in-one tool going. That should make life a little bit easier. Pretty sure the all-in-one tool is just one of each tool, right? So cobblestone pickaxe, cobblestone axe, cobblestone shovel. Let's see if I get this. It's a sword and it's a hoe, right? It's the final piece of the puzzle there. Craft all those together and you get an all-in-one tool. Nice. I like it. I like it. The durability, 524. Is that like good comparatively? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a little lower than the combined durability of all of these, but it's still pretty good, I guess. If you put the apples in the furnace, they're more effective. Really? What does smelting apples give you? Ooh, it gives you cooked apples. They are so much more effective. Holy heck. Yes, I will 100% be doing that. Also, now that I think about it, I should probably... do we not have more charcoal? I really thought we did. I was going to say I could put some tiny charcoal in here. Alas, it would seem that we do not have tiny charcoal or any charcoal for us to make tiny charcoal with, so I guess we're not doing that just yet. But let's see here. Let's throw down a little bit more in the way of dirt, just so we can fill the room with saplings in preparation for getting just an absolute butt ton of string in a second here. I guess we might as well do this as well, right? Fully fill up the cave with string. Tiny progression apples is OP. It looks it. That's a crazy good apple. I like it. Gonna have to set up like a system that auto smelts my apples for me, so I always have good food. You will need to make a mob farm fast. It's on the list. It's on the list. It's a quest that we need to do, and so there will be a mob farm coming. I just want to get this this larger sifting setup going first, so we can try and get some other resources, maybe some better tools, mostly so we can clear things out faster, because I don't really want to have to dig out with just a pickaxe. I kind of want to work towards trying to get another one of those hammers so that we can dig out a little quicker. What the heck? We got a plump peach. Nice. I wasn't supposed to cut that down, was I? I'm a fool. We got a lot of wood there, but when I'm sat reading chat, I always forget. I'm trying to get the string. I need to leave all this stuff here. Isaac, do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, Twitch Prime? Oh, I do, actually. It turns out if you have Amazon Prime, or if somebody you know has Amazon Prime, and you can log into their Prime account, which you should only do if you have their permission. I'm not in any way endorsing stealing other people's Prime credentials. That is against Twitch's and Amazon's terms of service. Do not do that. But if you happen to have Amazon Prime, you can indeed get Twitch Prime for free just by linking your Amazon account to your Twitch account. And then go ahead and subscribe to any channel of your choosing, any of your favorite Twitch streamers, for free, and give them free cash to support what they do without paying a penny. I know, right? Straight out of Jeff Bezos's pocket. He pays for it. Such a nice guy that he is, he will give you a free Twitch Prime subscription, access to all those sweet emotes for free for 1 month if you have Twitch Prime. You can click the subscribe button at the top and it'll tell you if you have a token ready to go. All right, so there we go. We're going to fill that up. We're going to wait for this to fully infest itself. Investigate is what I was going to say, but that makes no sense. So we can get a ton of string. Can you make a string tree sapling? Ooh, string tree sapling. It doesn't look like I can. We've got, maybe though, Pam's Harvest Craft. Is it called a string tree sapling? String web sapling. I totally can. Also bonsai pots. Holy heck. How did I not know that we have bonsai pots in the pack? Guys, this changes everything. Actually changes everything. This is just completely 100% flipped the pack on its head. The bonsai pots, they are one of my favorite items in the game. Here we go. Compressed clay, aka compressed gravel. Throw that all down. Get your hammer out. Get some sand, aka dirt, because the pack's changed it to dirt. Compressed dirt. No, try that again. My gosh, my voice is so hoarse today, guys. I apologize. Some compressed dirt into compressed sand, and then sand into dust. If we can get some bonsai pots set up with those string saplings, string is not going to be a problem whatsoever, and that is going to make life, it's going to make getting a lot of these sifting setups, and especially the higher tiers of mesh, just so much easier. So let's go ahead and start doing a little bit of clay production over here. Thankfully, it is super easy to do. That's not hard to do at all, though. Nice. All right, give me some clay. We'll smelt that into bricks. We'll use those bricks to get some bonsai pots. I probably want more bonsai pots than this as well, actually. We probably want a ton of bonsai pots. And yes, I did just break clay with a stone axe when I've got an all-in-one tool. That was a foolish mistake, but we've got these cooked apples ready to go now, which is also fantastic. It does look like these are all fully infested, and so I will begin tearing these down. I am running through these crooks at an alarming rate, especially considering that these are supposed to be compressed crooks and are therefore supposed to have a higher durability than the normal crook. What is the durability difference here, actually? I'm intrigued. Standard crooks have a durability of 64. If we go ahead and make 4 of those, you would assume that this one has maybe 256. That's 64 times 4, maybe a higher durability than 256. It has 236. You actually lose durability by crafting these into the compressed crook. I guess it's just you pay a durability tax for the ease of use, for not having to switch items and not having to recraft quite so often, maybe. But that's, you're actually losing value there. That's crazy. We do have a ton of gravel, which means getting a ton of flint is going to be very easy for us to do, which means making more of those flint stiffened meshes shouldn't be too hard for us whatsoever. That's going to get us 5, although they do not stack, which is horrible, to say the least, and does mean that we are going to have to individually place every single one of these down and individually hold every single one of these as well. And it's going to take so much freaking gravel to do it. My goodness. But we can make it happen, guys. We can make it happen. And also, they don't pull into your hotbar either. You know, like sometimes you'll place a block and the game will pull another item from your inventory into that slot to refill it. That is not the case with these flint stiffened meshes. It kind of feels like they're trying to make this as hard as possible, but we will prevail. Oh, I'm so ready. I'm so ready. I do love this this large shifting area we've got. You took the sticks out of the furnace? Oh, I totally did. Yeah, let's put some wood back in there, and also let's chop down on one of these cooked apples. Oh, I love it. I freaking love it. Okay, so we need actually so much more gravel if we're going to make this happen. Before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and try and make our first bonsai pot here. So I will wait just a second for this to be finished. What else do I need for a bonsai pot? I think it's just dirt, right? Dirt and bricks? It is indeed. That is so ridiculously cheap. I love it. Also, we should get a chest. I'll make 4 chests just because it's easier, and we're definitely going to need more chests. But now we can get ourselves our first bonsai pot, like so. We can put that on top of a chest, and I guess we might as well go ahead and craft up our first string sapling, aka spider web sapling, whatever it's called. This thing right here, and use that instead of a normal sapling because it has the added benefit of not only getting us wood, but also getting us string as well. And so that's going to slowly but surely, in the background, just, for those who don't know, these just continually grow trees over and over again, non-stop, forever. So once this tree is fully grown, it will deposit a couple of items that you would typically get from breaking this tree into the chest and then begin regrowing another tree. And we could make as many of these as we want. I guess we could fill the room with these and just have a ton of essentially automated tree farms in such a ridiculously cheap block. Like, the thing that blows me away is just how cheap bonsai pots are. They are ridiculously cheap. Oh, I need a hopping bonsai pot. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. This one does not work that way. How do I use this one then? Do I have to? Oh gosh, yeah, I'm a fool. This is the. Oh, I guess it's gonna be a nice tree that we look at for now because I can't actually use it yet because we have to get a axe right click. Ah, I see. Okay, that's not as good as I was hoping. You can make the hopping bonsai pot once you have a hopper, at which point it will auto feed down into the chest. Unfortunately, we can't do that just yet. But guys, I'm gonna go away real quick. I'm gonna take a quick 3-minute break because I need to go get something to drink because my throat is kind of getting really hoarse. We need to sound like a frog or something, and it's not great. And so I'm going to take a quick break, guys. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back. I'm going to play some music for you whilst I go. Here we go. Let's go and just randomly pick a song. Let's go with this one. So, guys, I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hello! I have returned with a glass of ice-cold, lemony fresh GamingOnCaffeine original water, which you can buy now from store.gamingOnCaffeine.com. You actually can't. Store.gamingOnCaffeine.com doesn't exist, unfortunately, but you can buy fresh water, probably from your local store and or tap, depending on where you live in the world. For me, it's just delicious. Buy yours today. This message is brought to you by water. All right, let's switch on back over here. So, now that we've got ourselves a nice drink of water, and my voice is just a little bit less croaky, let's go ahead and chop down some wood here and continue on where we left off. What were we working on? We were trying to fill up this mesh here with flint stiffened mesh. We're trying to fill out all these sieves. We are currently 9 away from completing that objective, which means we do need 36 more flints initially, which is like, what, 108 more gravel, which is like 2 stacks of gravel if we're gonna make that happen. We do have 1 stack of gravel already, and so if we just grab 1 stack of cobblestone, maybe a stack and a bit, we'll do like an extra 9 there, just so we can fill in and get that 8th compressed cobblestone block. It shouldn't actually be too hard for us to get 9 whatsoever. But before we do that, Winter Rose 27, thank you very much indeed, my friend, for subscribing with Twitch Prime. The support means a whole heck of a lot. Thank you for choosing to use your token here. Feel free to use those emotes in the Twitch chat. Thanks a lot, man. All right, so where is my compressed hammer? There it is. Let's crack open all of our compressed cobblestone. And that should be enough flint now to get all the meshes. Whether or not we have enough string is a different question. I get the feeling that we should have, I guess, what, 43, we needed, what, 36? So that should, yeah, I think that's pretty much all of it, right? Flint, stiffened, mesh, boom, and we only need 9. We're going to get 10. I'm not going to click 9 times because I'm lazy. I'm instead just going to craft 10, and we'll throw all these in. Nice. So now, if we do that kind of same thing again and get a ton of gravel, we should be able to sift that fairly easily. But the problem, of course, being that we are kind of slowly but surely running out of cobblestone. We've still got, you know, almost 4 stacks left, but we were on the precipice of getting our first bucket of lava, which we do now have. So if I take this and put it down over here somewhere, I'm going to set up a cobblestone generator. I'm also going to get rid of a few of these bits of dirt here. I don't think we need quite that many anymore. I'm going to set up a cobblestone generator right about here. So we're going to have flowing water on this side, like that. Hopefully if I do this, that will disappear. Put down the lava, and that should get us cobblestone generator. Nice, cool. So now we've got that. I actually don't think it's going to be too hard for us to get like a transfer node with a world interaction upgrade, maybe. Although I think those do require grid power now, and also redstone, I guess, which I think also requires us to have diamonds first, maybe? I'm not too sure, but it might indeed require grid power. But anyway, it's probably going to be easier for us to make the cobblestone generators from tiny progressions. So let me go and try and get our first bits of iron. So I think in order to make that tiny progressions cobblestone generator, we have to have a bucket of lava that is actually in an iron bucket and also a bucket of water, I guess. Although, maybe not. No, we can totally use clay buckets. Oh my goodness. In that case, I have been a bit of a fool because it looks like I totally did not need to do that. In that case, let's just get some more. Oh, I can't even. Oh, he's an idiot. He's a fool because we didn't put any water in here. We didn't get the ability to make more clay. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to go back to the old method of putting oak saplings directly into the crucible. Oh my goodness. It's not too bad. It's going to take us like an extra 3 seconds, but that's fine. I've got to go, GOC, got to work. See you later. Talk to you later in the Discord. Goodbye, Slay. Thanks for joining us. I will speak to you later in the Discord, most likely. Mod366 says, hey, Isaac, currently watching your stream from your time zone as I'm on vacation in Scotland. Oh, nice. Awesome. How are you finding Scotland, my friend? I've never been, actually. It's like a 2 or 3 hour drive northbound, but I have never been to Scotland. Never been. I need to go at some point. But yeah, we'll wait for that. Once we get that next bucket, we should be able to get we can get clay. We can then make more clay very easily. We'll get 2 clay buckets, and we will make ourselves our first cobblestone generator. I guess whilst we wait for that, we can work through the cobblestone that we do have and try and make as much iron as possible, so we could potentially upgrade that cobblestone generator to be even better. I don't know if we're quite going to be able to get to that point, but we can give it a go, right? We can give it a go. given that we're not getting that much cobblestone or iron, from the sifts, it might take us a while, but now that we're sifting like 25 gravel at a time, it might come, a little bit faster. We'll see. Anyway, let's throw down the compressed stone, begin moving that with our wand here. Nice. Crack it open with the compressed hammer. And then we're going to sift like all of this gravel. And hopefully get just a ton of iron. Hopefully. We'll see. So in theory, we should now... Oh, look at that. Look at that. I love it. So my next question actually is, first of all, why did that... Oh, it's because it only used the stack that I had. Okay, that's fine. My next question is, can this be cheese? Like if I right-click very quickly, does it sift faster? It doesn't look like... I might do though. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I've got to try something. I'm going to open up my my mouse and keyboard software. And I'm going to try this. So I need to know. If I... Is that faster? No, I don't think it is, unfortunately. It seems to be about... I did set up a macro here. I'm holding like a key on my keyboard to sift here, but unfortunately, it does not seem to speed it up whatsoever. It seems to be like just the same speed. Previously, you could just like rapidly right-click, and it would just sift ridiculously fast. It looks like they have put a bit of a limit on it now, which is acceptable, I guess. It makes sense. But thankfully now, we do get quite a bit of coal there, but most importantly, we've got a ton of iron, which you can begin to craft into those iron chunks, which I think you can double in the smeltery. Yes, yeah, you can. You get 2 ingots worth if you put it into a Tinker's Construct smeltery, whereas you only get 1 if you drop it into a normal furnace. And so it's probably going to be in our best interest here to try and move towards the Tinker's Construct smeltery before we start working on using that iron for anything else. So let's go ahead and grab our little bit of clay here with our dust. Thank you. Make ourselves another clay bucket. Smelt that guy up, and then we'll use that to get another clay bucket. Can you do this? Does this work at all, or is this just a plant pot? It's a flower pot. Okay, never mind. Never mind, a man can dream. And actually, we had clay in there the whole time, so I'm just a fool, but that's also fine. We'll make another one. Actually, we'll make another 2, because I want to have 2 that I can use for crafting up the cobblestone generator, and then 1 that I can use after that. Although, now that I think about it, I'm fairly certain we'll get the 2 back that we use for crafting the cobblestone generator. But anyway... in what pack was it that Isaac got pebbles from right-clicking the grass blocks? It's been a lot of packs, I think. The last pack I did it in, I think, was Project Ozone Light, where you can shift right-click the grass, and just if you have it set to turbo, you pick up so many. It's great. You should be able to enchant the meshes. I have seen that. The only problem with enchanting the meshes is you have to enchant them like all at once. Otherwise, you can only like use 1 at a time, right? So... It can be a bit of a pain unless you have all of them ready. But I think it does have like 1 singular level cost, right? Like you don't have to have a stacked amount of levels. So for example, if it costs 9 levels to enchant 1 mesh, I think you can enchant 64 meshes for the same price. Also, Nomad Fool, thank you very much indeed as well, my friend, for using your Twitch Prime subscription here. This support me a whole heck of a lot. Feel free to use those emotes in the Twitch chat. Can we get some caffeine sellouts for Nomad Fool? Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Let's pick up the water, pick up the lava. That is going to destroy the clay bucket, but what we can do now is go ahead and quickly smelt up, I think it's a piece of glass, right, that we need in the middle. And once we've got that, we should begin to get our first cobblestone generator, which is not great. It produces 1 cobblestone every 40 ticks, which is 1 cobblestone every 2 seconds, which is not incredibly fast by any means, but we can upgrade it to, we can double the speed to 1 cobblestone every 20 ticks, aka 1 cobblestone every 1 second, by surrounding it with iron, 8 iron ingots, aka 4 of these iron chunks, which is, what, 16 of these. So like this here should get us an upgrade once we have the smeltery up and running. So we'll take the glass, we'll go ahead and craft up our first cobblestone generator. The only thing we're missing, of course, is a little bit of cobblestone. Easy enough. And kaboom. Nice, look at that. We did indeed get the bucket back, which is nice. At least the bucket for the water we got back. We will take a chest. We will put this, I think, above a chest. Although I'm not quite sure, actually, which one it is. I think it might not matter, actually. But for now, I'm going to put that there. That, I have no way to tell if that's working. It was not working. Do I need a hopper on this thing? I didn't think that I did, but I might. Do I need a hop on this? Also, Kubavia? I apologize for the mispronunciation of your name there, but he makes a good point in that we should put a storage drawer here. Oh, that totally works. Nice. It's just very, very, very slow, which I was not expecting. Even though I do know that it produces 1 cobblestone every 2 seconds, which is in and of itself quite slow. So we get a storage drawer and we whack that down. I'm going to move this down, I guess, to here. And we'll put this here. And in theory, yeah, there we go. Look at that. Once every 2 seconds, it will go ahead and place a new cobblestone in. So we're 43, 44, 45. It's so slow. It's so unbelievably slow, but that's fine. It's going to slowly but surely get us cobblestone whilst we work on some other stuff. And eventually, we'll obviously get that upgraded to the point where we can hopefully start to produce cobblestone at a reasonably fast speed. But for now, we're going to take all that cobblestone back out of there because we need to produce more sand and more gravel so that we can start making our first bits of grout. We might as well also go ahead and probably, I'm going to move this to be a little closer to our unlimited water source, just so that I can kind of produce clay a little bit faster. We might even not be that far away. Did that not work? Oh, there we go. We might even not be that far away from producing like an aqueous accumulator or something to move the water automatically. But for now, this works. And we'll get a bunch of clay so we can make that grout, smelt that grout up, and begin making that Tinker's Construct smeltery, which will allow us to produce double the amount of ores from all of our chunks. And then progress on into the next stage. Also, as soon as I'm done with this, I do need to go ahead and claim the reward for making our first cobblestone generator. There is a loot bag in it for me if I go back into the quest book. I think I get 16 blocks here. It seems like a good Minecraft number, right? 16. There we go. It's a quarter of 64. For those of you who didn't know. It outputs on all sides, I believe. Yeah, I think you are correct. I think I was just not, I wasn't patient enough and I didn't wait. Mr. Ninja, flippin' heck, 200 bits. Have some of my free bits, Isaac. Joke's on you, Amazon. I was going to watch that show anyway. Oh my goodness, you got the watch Jack Ryan's Amazon original TV show and get free bits thing. That was crazy. Those who don't know, like Amazon, at least I don't know if it was for everybody or for some people or what, but like I got a little Twitch Prime like pop-up that was like, hey, watch this TV show and we'll give you 400 bits. Watch episode 1, I guess, of the TV show and we'll give you 400 bits. And I'm like, yeah, heck yeah, I'll watch a TV show for 400 bits. Now, the episode was an hour and like 5 minutes long. It was a very long TV show episode, but like 400 bits, they're paying you $4 for the hour of time, which is below minimum wage, you know, and so maybe wasn't worth it. But if you got it on in the background whilst you're doing other stuff, you know, it's not too bad. So I did that. Offer didn't work in Denmark. Rest in peace. I got my my bits the other day. I'm a proud owner of some amount of bits. I don't know how many I got. Yeah, I'm a proud owner of, I think, like 460 bits or something now. Very happy indeed. But thank you, Ninja. Thank you for using your Amazon Prime bits here. How much iron stuff did you get, Isaac? Did you get enough for 5 iron ingots for a hopper for your tree farm thingy? I did. We've got quite a bit of iron here, but I want to save that iron until we have a smeltery so that we can maximize that amount of iron and get as much iron as we possibly can. That's my current objective, so I don't want to use the iron just yet. I'm not in too big of a rush to get like a ton of string from that bonsai tree, at least not just yet, so gonna hold off until we have the Tinker's Construct smeltery, which hopefully isn't too far away. There's Varys getting diamonds, showing me up there. But now that we've got the sand, we should be able to craft together our sand, our gravel, and our clay to get our grout. 2 stacks, or just shy of 2 stacks, I think should be enough, maybe. I should also make another furnace or 2 just to speed up the process a little bit here. Even though that cobblestone generator isn't too fast, it's still quite nice to be able to pull out, you know, through like 48 cobblestone every so often like that. I like it. So yeah, this is obviously very temporary, but just being able to smelt these up 3 times as fast is going to be quite nice. Should probably put some more logs in that middle furnace there. It's a little low, all things considered. Get wrecked. Wow, Varys. Just rubbing salt into the wound, my man. All right. Yeah, double yield. Yeah, that's what we're trying to work for right now. So what do I need here? Let me look at the quest book and also claim my free loot boxes. Let's see. So this quest has been done. Let's go ahead and claim a loot chest for that. We'll go with the top one. Oh, it even tells you here all the speeds. So you've got torch is speed 1, lava speed 3, fire is speed 5, mega torch is speed 10. That's an interesting one. Yellowing block 20, plutonium 30, superheating element 60, and awakened draconium block 120. I wonder if you can get that in the loot chest like you could in Project Ozone. That would be interesting. A diamond shield. Not quite sure what I'm going to use that for, but I do look kind of dashing with that on. I like it. Sure, why not? Can I, like, melt that down into diamonds? Oh, I totally can. I can get 3 diamonds out of it, which is probably almost certainly what I'm going to do because I foresee no need for me to have a shield, but maybe I will need one at some point. All right, let's go ahead and claim another loot box. Hopefully something good. Another Inval hammer. Nice. That's going to make clearing out more space just to get a little bit easier, which I'm very happy about indeed. So, this is going well. Let me do a quick check on the quest here. How much of this seared brick am I going to need to get the quest complete? So we need, like, I think it's 7 for that. 7 for that, it's 14. Plus 6 is 20. Plus, I think 8 is 28. Plus 8 again is 36. Plus 2 faucets is, what did I say I was on? Was I on 36? I have no idea. I'll say I was on 36. Plus 6 is 42. Plus whatever 16 times 4 is. 16 times 4 is 40. 64. So I've lost count. I need a lot. I need like maybe 120, I think. About 2 stacks of seared brick here, and we were close to 2 stacks. So I think I'll just get a little bit more in the way of sand and gravel, specifically sand because we've got the gravel. We'll get a little bit more in the way of sand so we can make it up to a clean 2 stacks, and I think that should be enough. Maybe. Quick maths, exactly. I tried. Didn't quite hit the landing, but I tried. Good night, Shaggy. Thanks for joining us. All right. I keep forgetting about the dirt. I should also be using my crafting table on a stick where possible, so I don't have to keep walking back. I can do the compressed crafts right about here. Really, I could do all of my crafting on the crafting table on a stick, but I've just got this force of habit of walking back to the main crafting table all the time. But there we go. That's going to get us an extra 36 grout, which I think should be more than enough for us to fully make this smeltery now, just as soon as all this stuff is smelted up. I think I am going to go ahead and get more furnaces, just because I want this done even faster. We'll take it to around 5. I'm also going to move all these because I don't like just stacking them up like this. So let's see. Let's put them like over here for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's split the wood across 5 furnaces. Like so. 12, I think, should be enough. And then let's also split our grout as well across an even 5. One guy is going to get left out with having just 11, but I think he'll do. That guy's getting 17. Excuse me? That is not the agreement that we had. There we go. All right. That should be enough. And hopefully that'll get things done quite a bit faster. I like it. All right. I'm back. I now have salsa and RGBs. Nice. Welcome back, my friend. Welcome back. Hey, Mitch. How's it going? Welcome. Got my first hour of Power Enigmatica. Nice. The gaming droid. Welcome, my friend. He says, I'm late. You're a little late, but not too late. You know, you missed some of the early game stuff, and I'm sure it's nothing you haven't seen before. I guess we can also be making this stuff kind of as we wait here, right? We don't have to wait for everything to be done before we start putting together the smeltery. And I think for now, I'm probably just going to build the smeltery like into the wall here. Maybe? Do I want to build it there? Sure. We can always move it around. We can always build around it if necessary. But yeah, we should probably also just be using this, the hammer, to make it a little bit easier. Like that. So I think we'll have the front here, which means I want to go like a bit further back. I'm going to build... am I going to build a 3x3? Is that what they want me to build with the quest they've given me? They've wanted me to make 16 seared bricks. So yeah, I think they do want me to make a 3x3 one here. The only trouble is that if I start putting that down before the quest is complete, I'm going to have to pick it back up again to complete the quest. So again, it's kind of, I think, worth me holding on to at least some of the key ingredients. We can make, however, things like the controller, at least, things that we only need 1 of, such as the controller. The 2 faucets should be easy enough. The casting basin and the casting table, also pretty easy stuff. That's a good chunk of that quest done right there. And there we go, it's all connected. Smeltery, drain, and tank. The drain is just like this, right? It is. And then the tank, of course, requires we smelt a little bit of glass. These are all now done, which is fantastic. Do we have any sand? We do. Nice. So I'll throw that in there, get some glass going. What size is the smeltery? Yeah, we're going to build like a 3x3 smeltery, I think. AKA like a 5x5 from the outside. It's going to be 3x3 on the inside. The standard smeltery size, or at least in my mind, the standard smeltery size. The one that used to be the only option. We could make a bigger one in the future, and we could make a smaller one now, I guess. But I think the 3x3 one's kind of the best of both worlds, in my opinion. So we'll give it a go. Let's craft up 16 of these. 15, 16, 16. Nice. Make sure that gets detected by the quest book, and we're done. Nice, cool. So we should now be able to very easily throw all this together. Throw you down the floor. We'd have enough. Excuse me? Is that really not enough? You throw down the tank, the drain. I guess we need a bit more, but thankfully we have it. We need like 2 more blocks here. I really thought 16 would be enough. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, no, not quite enough. That's interesting. It's interesting that they didn't give you the quest didn't have enough to build it, unless I'm mistaken somehow. But let's throw, for now, I guess we'll throw the casting base in there, because I feel like I use that less. We'll put the table there, and we'll put both faucets down either side to make that usable. At that point, we then kind of want to get really the crucible making lava so we can pump that lava into there. What we really should have done... Oh, we've got so much more ground. How did that get there? What we really should have done is taken the first bucket of lava and placed it back down underneath the crucible so we can make more buckets of lava easier and quicker in the future. So this one's going to take a little bit of time to finish up there, but that is okay. Whilst we wait for it, let's go ahead and grab another loot box, which hopefully is going to contain something great. It's got 3 resonant upgrade kits. Those are not just resonant upgrades, those are kits, which means they instantly, that is fantastic. That's going to instantly upgrade any machine. Is that right? Kit? Hold on. Upgrade. Am I losing it? Is it not called kit? Yeah, because you've got, wait. Hold on. Is it the kit? Is that right? No, I was thinking it was a conversion kit. It's not a conversion kit. It's just a resonant upgrade. That's still good. It doesn't, the conversion kits, these ones here, I thought we'd gotten 3 of these, which would instantly upgrade any machine to a resonant machine. That would have been nice. Either way, it just means that now we only have to go up to the Signalum tier, and we've got the resonant tier free and ready to go. It's still like a nice little thing to have nonetheless. Again, not too useful right now, but will help us as soon as we get into a little bit of thermal expansion. I like it. You need the conversion kits to upgrade instantly. Yeah, it is still kind of insane. It's still quite nice, yeah. Feather Captain, hi man, how's it going? Welcome. Okay, so we're still waiting for this to smelt. That's fine. What other quests do we have to do, or what other quests have we completed? So we still need to set up a mob farm. That is on my list. We do need to upgrade it to an iron mesh. Like, we only need 1 iron mesh for the recipe there. I'm going to assume that if we sift gravel in an iron mesh, we can get diamonds. We can. It's only a 1% chance. And then how many diamonds do we need to get up to the diamond mesh? Quite a lot, I'm assuming, right? 4 to complete the quest. Okay, so we're probably going to have to stick with iron stiffened meshes for a while. I'm really a little annoyed that you can't upgrade the meshes. I really wish that, like, the iron stiffened mesh, the recipe for it was just like a flint stiffened mesh with 4 iron and maybe 4 string, or just 4 iron, so that you didn't have to go through so much string, and just because at this point we can't use these, really. These are just useless, which kind of sucks, but nevertheless, whilst we wait for that, what do we need for floral fertilizer? Floral fertilizer. I'm assuming the recipe is the same. It is. It would require that we get some form of dye. Would we not need grass for that? Am I missing something? We've got loot bags? I'm guessing we get those. Oh, that's great. I didn't even think we had those. That's great. I'm guessing we get those from mob drops, right? You already have 3 diamonds, though? I have 3 diamonds in the form of a a diamond shield. That's about it. Also, I guess we can throw one of these storage upgrades onto the basic drawer there, just to give it a ton of storage for the cobblestone right off the bat. You don't need grass? Do we not? I figured we need grass to get the... You don't need grass to use the floral fertilizer, but do you not need grass to get the dyes initially? Like if we're going to get rose red or dandelion yellow, rose red. Is there an easy way to get this that I'm not thinking of? Shredder recipes, excuse me? From Hatchery. That's interesting. Yeah, is there not like, I think we need grass to get this, right? Like bone meal grass to get that. Read the quest book, it explains it. That is a good point, my friend, actually. That makes a lot of sense. Floor fertilizer, it does it? Yeah, I know how to use the floor fertilizer, but like it doesn't tell me how to get it. Like I'm thinking about how we get the floor fertilizer. To get the floor fertilizer, we either need Britannia flowers initially, or we need dandelion yellow and rose red. And so to get that, we need to get further on. Alloy smelter, the alloy smelter is way out of our reach right now, and so that's not really something we can do. But I think that our lava should be getting, well, it's halfway. It's so very slow. Holy heck. Did we complete any other quests here? We could maybe start looking into getting a bit of power. We did complete a quest to make a storage drawer. Maybe this will give us lava or potentially for fertilizer. A flask of magma skin, fire resistance for 8 minutes. Again, not quite sure where I'm going to use that, but that's fine. We can hold on to it for the time being. I think we're a little ways away from making an AE2 system or a refined storage system. Iron storage crate. Keeps inventory unbroken. Okay. Just start with the mob farm and get loot bags. That's a good point. So if we're going to make a mob farm, we're going to have, now we've got this Invar hammer, it should be like easier for us to do. If we're going to make a mob farm, I'm just thinking what direction I want to build it. I guess I'll build it this way. We want to go about 24-ish blocks away, right? In order for the mobs to actually spawn. And then I guess we also kind of want to set it up as a dropper, maybe, so as to auto kill them. And we do have spikes in the pack, right? I think there's even a quest for spikes, right? Yeah, so it wants us to make the mob farm first, but then the quest after that, which unfortunately we can't select yet, does want us to make spikes. So I guess we'll start with like stone spikes and use those and just make a dropper that pushes them onto that. Do we have, I'm going to assume we do have vector plates because we've got dark utilities. Unfortunately, I don't think we have what it takes to make that just yet. I guess like the congealed blood is technically possible for us to make, albeit a little tedious. We'd have to stand in the smeltery. And the sugarcane, I don't even know how we go about getting sugarcane so early on. We don't have the botanical miner. There's probably an easier, like, vanilla way that I'm not thinking of to get sugar or sugarcane. Sugarcane from Sift. Oh, we might be able to get sugarcane seeds. Sugar. Yeah, these ones right here. The sugarcane seeds from Ex Nihilo. Sifting dirt. I see. Rice balls? Let's have a look. Rice balls. People always tell me to use rice balls, and I never do. And then people always shout at me for not using rice balls. Get it from rice. How can I get rice seeds? We can get rice seeds by sifting dirt, just the same way that we get the other seeds. So you know what? Sure. Let's sift a bit of dirt, and let's see if we can't get sugarcane and rice up and running, because that seems like it could be quite useful, right? Give me as much compressed cobblestone as you can. I guess we can use this tunnel for now for mining. Do we have our wand? We do. And our compressed hammer. I like it. This is going to break, right? Yeah, there it goes. All right, that's fine. That's fine. We've got enough cobblestone to make another one. So we'll do that real quick. Again, could really have done this in my portable crafting table. But at the same time, we might as well just do it here now that we're here, right? We only need 9, so 11. I guess we'll uncraft that real quick. That gets us to 20, which is 2 more than 18. I really do only want to get 9. I don't want to overcraft here because I don't want an inventory full of hammers. And boom, nice. I love the fact that you can shift click in that recipe. It makes it just so much less tedious. I love it. Okay, so that's a ton of gravel. We should pull out our crafting table on a stick, craft that up into compressed gravel. And then after gravel, excuse me, after gravel comes, is it dirt after gravel? Or is it dirt after sand? I think it's dirt after gravel, right? Did my one break? No, it's here. I think it's dirt after gravel. Torch the hallway? I will torch the hallway. Yes, that is a good point. The hallway does indeed need torching. We'll do that in just a second after we sift a butt ton of dirt. Again, going to throw my stuff in here temporarily just so I don't fill my inventory with dirt sifting trash. All right, so oh my goodness, we got so much stuff. What did we get? We got a lot of rice seeds and a lot of sugarcane seeds. We actually got so much more than I was expecting to get. So is rice grown on water? Like, how does this work? Because I cannot remember. I don't think I've ever... I'm sure I've grown rice before. Do we grow that on water? I know rice in real life is grown on water, right? Also, let's get some sand real quick so we can... we didn't even use that much dirt, honestly. I really thought we'd need quite a bit of it because, I don't know, sometimes in previous packs, it's always taken me forever to get the seeds that I want from sifting dirt. But in this one, it seems quite easy, honestly. So I guess for now, seeing as we're not too bothered about this place looking real bad temporarily, I'm just going to kind of dig out a little bit here. There are grass seeds. That's a good point, actually. We could use that for fertilizer. You make a good point. All right, that's my makeshift sugarcane farm. Look at that. Boom. I guess we should clear this out a little bit so I can go a bit taller. How can one man handle all this seed? You can plant the sugarcane on dirt you fall. I guess that is true, but like, I'm just going to put it on sand. Does it grow faster on sand? I feel, do we have snad? We have snad. I know it doesn't grow faster on sand, but it does grow faster on snad. Here we go. Torch placement. Did I put it off? Oh, did I put it in the wrong spot? My apologies. My apologies. I will reorient and put it there. Is that, I mean, it's still not centered, right? It's still off. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's still bad, but that's fine. Yeah, give me some snad real quick. So snad is a mod in and of itself. It's a mod that just adds snad. And snad is a block that grows sugarcane faster than sand does. Look at that. Snad. Done. So yeah, how do I grow rice? That's not how you... That's not how you grow rice, I guess. Use. See, it doesn't... Does someone know in the Twitch chat? Come on, you gotta tell me. If you know, you gotta tell me. It's the rule. You gotta tell me how to grow rice. Let me throw this in here temporarily. This rice you grow on farmland. Okay. Okay. I know there is some rice. I can't remember which rice it is, but there's definitely a rice that you grow in water. I never know how to do it, but for now, I guess we'll just do a simple little rice farm here, just opposite our sugarcane farm, right? We got our all-in-one tool, so we don't need to get a hoe. I like it. And then this is just... Oh, look at that. Nice. Can you... No. Too optimistic, right? I was really hoping we could maybe twerk to get it to work, but alas, that does not seem to be the case. We've got a piece of bone meal. I don't really see much point in using that. Do we have any watering cans of any kind? I know we're going to have the ones from Mystical Agriculture. We've also got the ones from X2 2, which is actually super easy to make, and so I might as well go ahead and... crack one of those out real quick as well. I thought, can you use cobblestone there? Or does it have to be stone? It might have to be stone. That is completely fine. There's some more cooked apples. I like it. There we go. Just joined the stream. Any news on Enigmatica? Is it paused? Yeah, I mean, paused maybe indefinitely. I kind of lost my enthusiasm for Enigmatica and really wanted to mix it up and play a less grindy pack, which is exactly what this is. And so, yeah, Enigmatica is kind of on like maybe an indefinite hiatus for the time being. All right, so while we wait for that to finish off here, we should now have a bucket in here. Let me see. Do we have... our bucket? We do indeed. We should be getting close to making an iron bucket, but now we can take this, drop it in there, and actually begin to process our iron. I guess before we process the iron, we should really look at getting either some gold or some aluminium brass, because that's going to allow us to make the cast, right? So what do I need for aluminum brass? I need... It's like a 3-to-1, I think, the ratio. Yeah, 3 aluminium for 1 copper. So let's see here. Copper... and aluminium. We might not have enough of this, actually, because... Oh, no, we will. We totally will. Never mind. Ignore me. I'm talking nonsense. So, if it's 3-to-1, I guess we want to put in 2, 4, 6, 2, like that. Yeah. 3-to-1. Like, I don't know. I made that more complicated than it needed to be. That's going to do us, that's going to get us a lot of aluminium brass, more than we probably need, but it is going to get us enough to start making ingot casts and whatnot, which is nice. So, watering can should now be ready. Grab the stone, craft it up like so. Good stuff. This is the new, well, quote unquote new. It's been like this for a while now. You do have to refill this watering can before you can use it, but hopefully it's quite fast when it comes to, oh, look at that, like an instant little growth tick there from that guy. I love it. Yeah, I do like these watering cans. They do make things grow quite quickly. Fill it with stone when you're smelting. Oh, when you're not smelting. Oh, I see. So that I can extend it out quicker. People always tell me to do that, and I always forget. I should do. I should put cobblestone in here to make it quicker. Although, I'm not going to do it just yet because we don't have... No, I'm not going to do that either. I'm not going to do it just yet because we don't have unlimited lava. Also, I again made the same mistake of not using our first bucket of lava to make more lava, which means that I am going to have to, again, wait like 35 years to smelt another bucket of lava. But that's fine. Yeah, I'm not going to do it just yet because our lava is somewhat limited, and I don't want to waste any of that lava if possible. Let's pull that out. Let's throw in pretty much 16, I guess maybe like 9, I think is our current limit. Yeah, let's throw 9 iron in there and get 18 ingots out. We can pull that out as 2 blocks worth. So I guess I didn't really need the ingot cast, but again, that's fine. That's not too big of a problem. Not really too much of a waste. Put the crucible over the lava. That's the plan. We don't have any lava right now. Like, as soon as I get more lava, I should put it above... I should put the crucible above lava to make it faster. Right now, I don't have any lava, and so I can't do that. As soon as I get more lava, that is exactly what I'm going to do. Never fear. We're currently trying to get just a little bit of rice. So you need 4 of those to make a rice ball, right? I guess we can still kind of start working on where's my hammock on? There it is. On making this mob dropper. Let's get some torches to light this up just a little bit. I should put those in my offhand. Make life a bit easier, right? So I was going to do a bit of a count here. Let's do 24 blocks, I guess, from like here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's counting with Isaac. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Lost count with Isaac? I think that's 24. That's about 24. I'm going to go one more just to be safe, and then we'll go up. The good thing about having a... I'll make some ladders as well. The good thing about everything being surrounded with stone is that you don't have to build the outer walls of this. You can just dig upwards to create the dropper. Mega torch recipe, I would assume that it is the default one that's like a block of diamonds, a block of gold, sorry, 2 diamonds. Yeah, it's not too expensive actually. It's very much so doable, and we could use that to get faster lava probably quite easily, but for now, I'm going to pull out some iron. How about making the upgraded watering can? Let's have a look. Watering. How expensive is it? We do have the ones from Tiny Progressions as well, and we've also got the stuff from... Is it an upgraded watering can? No, these are the same, right? Guess I can enchant it with decay. There are the ones from Mystical Agriculture, which gradually get better and better. And then even the ones from Thermal Expansion, which I don't really think I've used too much, but they do have quite... They look a bit more expensive. Origins in this pack, sift the sand for Yellorium and use a Yellorium block. It tells us in the quest book, which I've put away, what the different tiers are for the Crucible. So yeah, Yellorium is up there with 20. It's above the Mega Torch, so we could try and get some Yellorium. Do we have any Yellorium? And also, do we get Yellorium from sifting dust like you normally do? Let's have a look. Yellorium. It doesn't look like there is a Yellorium chunk. And so it looks like you might not get Yellorium that way. Oh no, of course you get it. Ah, right, of course. We need an iron stiffened mesh though. And so we need more iron, I guess, before we can do that. We are currently working on iron. What did I want to use my first bit of iron on here? I need to make a hopper. Needs a strong word, but I wanted to make a hopper. I think we've already got a chest in here. We do. Might as well use that first. Be a bit more efficient with our wood. Going to make a hopper for our bonsai pot, just so we get a little bit of wood being made kind of passively in the background here. Might as well go ahead and grab my all-in-one tool, which is somewhere. Am I blind? Chat. Am I blind? It's not in there, right? There it is. Okay. I'm not blind. I'm not blind. All right, so we'll break this, and then we'll move this like one block up. We have got a spider web sapling in here, which is giving us string and wood, which is quite nice. So we'll throw that down like that for now. Maybe not the best use of our first pieces of iron, but that's a nice little, somewhat automated. Is that still growing? It's a nice little, yeah, there we go. It's growing nice. Nice, that's nice. Yeah, a nice little bit of automated wood, which I'm always happy about. It's like a little bit of stone here. I guess we could upgrade this as well, right? To start getting stone a little bit faster. We do have quite a bit of stone already, but you know what they say, faster is always better. So we'll go ahead and upgrade that as well and throw that back down right about there to upgrade that as well. That's not a hopping bonsai pot. It's not, but I'm pretty sure. I guess that is true. Does this work though? It doesn't work. Okay, I'm a fool. All right, hold on then. Hold on. Shift right click to chop down. There we go. Yeah, I should craft this with this to get a hopping bonsai pot, which apparently for whatever reason you have to do in a crafting table like this, in the middle specifically, and at the bottom like that. That's such a weirdly specific. They could make that shapeless. I don't know why they don't. But anyway, we can throw in the spiderwood sapling. Now that will automatically put that down into the lower slot. We're now getting double the amount of cobblestone. We're getting 1 per second as opposed to 1 every other second. Let me go ahead and first of all throw a little bit of this stuff away into here. Get myself some ladders so we can continue building up for our mob drop. I will also probably smelt a little bit more in the way of wood just so we can make some more torches, because I do want to make sure that the whole mob spawning area is fully lit up until we're ready to go. I don't want to get ambushed by a bunch of mobs when I'm not ready for it. That is not how I want this to go. I don't want to have to use my diamond shield after I've said that I'm going to pulverize it into 3 diamonds. That's also not what I want to do. I'm glad we've got replaceable scaffolding, I guess. We do also have extra bits installed, which is it called extra bits? No, that's the name of the podcast that Nick and I do over on youtube.com/Nick and Isaac. We've got missing pieces installed as well, so we can make these really cool cylindrical blocks without having to use like chisel and bits or anything like that. I'll use cobblestone as an example because it's cheaper than oak, but like we can make these really nice. Well, that's not how I wanted that to go at all. But we do have this these really nice cylindrical pieces, which I quite like. It makes life quite a bit easier. Look at that. I like it. So we can use those. Let's have a look. I think it also has like slopes and stuff. Yeah, look at that. We got some nice little wedges, they call them, as well as candelabras and chairs. So it's a bit of a weird mod having pillars, wedges, and candelabras and chairs, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Such texture, much wow. I know. Look at that. Whew. Smooth plug, Isaac. Oh, thank you. I tried my best. So we've got 15 ladders. I think we need to go like, what, 22 blocks up? Although I guess it doesn't matter how high we go up, right? Because we're not gonna kill them with the drop. We're trying to kill them with the spikes at the bottom of the drop. And so I guess we don't really have to go all that high up. I think 15 might be fine. And so in that case, just give me a bunch of cobblestone so we can make these spikes. I guess we'll go for stone spikes for now. So I need what, like 9 swords? I think the easiest way for me to do that is just going to be to do this. And then compress cobblestone. 1, 2, 3. And kaboom. Nice. And kaboom. Nice. And kaboom. Nice. Okay, so we can throw those down along the bottom here. We are going to need some form of like hopper or vacuum hopper or vacuum chest or something like that. We do have the absorption hopper, which is a little tricky to make. We've got the vacuum hopper from open blocks, which is easier. Just straight up easier to make, but maybe doesn't... Does this also suck up XP? I know this one does. This one might do. I'm not quite sure. Obsidian shouldn't be too hard for us to get. It's water and lava. Yeah, and then the Eye of Ender, I guess we're going to get from the mob farm. I don't know how we're going to get... The Philosopher's Stone is a little bit out of our range right now. Is there an easy way for us to get one early Ender Pearl? I really don't want to have to go through Evil Craft just yet to get it. And I also have a feeling that the Ender Pearl chicken is also a little bit out of our reach. Maybe I'll just have to like try and get Enderman to spawn. Loot bags is player kill drop, isn't it? Oh, is it? Is it? I know sometimes we got loot bags. I guess we can, we'll have to work our way up to like gold spikes. Because gold spikes do get player drops, right? Mob drops experience. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, I guess we also do have mob grinding utilities. We could make this mob grinder here, the mob masher. It does require 3 diamonds, which means we would have to pulverize our shield and also have a pulverizer to do that. But It's a possibility. We could look into it. We could contemplate it. Talk to the shareholders about it. Hey, Backroom Solid. Welcome, man. Glad you could join us. Wow, that's going to be slow. I really thought that was going to be, first of all, I thought that was going to still work in the same way that it normally does, which it didn't. I'm going to put another... Excuse me? How did I climb up that so fast? Like, I wasn't pressing W then, but anyway. I'm going to just use, like, a cobblestone here to nerd pole up. We'll use the ladder to climb up in the future. You don't get experience from stone, by the way. Yeah, I'm aware. You get experience from the gold one, right? For now, we're really just looking to kill the mobs. And I'm not even too bothered about getting loot bags just yet. Right now, I'm really just interested in getting that, in getting just generic mob drops. So 15, I guess, is where we're going to call it. Let me go grab my torches real quick. Might as well vein mine this. And then quickly grab onto the ladder. Nicely done. You can make obsidian out of a stone barrel. This is true. This is very true. Okay. Have we completed any more quests? I don't think we have. We do have the ability to make grass now, but we'll hold off, I think, on getting the floor fertilizer just yet. We are going to be a little bit of a ways away from that. We could use, like... Do we have punji sticks? We do have punji sticks. Maybe we should use punji sticks and put, like, hoppers underneath punji sticks to kill the mobs. Like, potentially that could work. And you will get loot bags from stone level spikes. I thought so. Like, I'm pretty sure I have seen loot bags from that before, but I have no idea. It could be like a mob config. Mob? A mod config, potentially. That I wasn't aware of. Yeah, let's do that. And then one more. Nice. So now we can get up here. I didn't get my torches because I'm a fool. Kill an enderman. I guess killing the enderman is the easiest way for us to get an ender pearl. That is correct. It just means we have to wait and try and get an enderman. Which, I guess means we have to make this at least... Is it 3 tall or enderman 4 tall? I never remember. I think enderman are 3 tall, right? I think 3 tall gets an enderman. I think I will make this 4 tall just to be on the safe side, but... Use of punji sticks is forbidden by the United Nations Organization. You know... The UN won't know if we don't tell them, right? Right? So yeah, I guess we'll make this... we might make it 3 high just because I've got 3 space. So I want to do 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll go 7. We'll do like a 7. I mean, we don't need to go... In fairness, like... This is like an unnecessary setup, right? We could probably have built this at ground level. We didn't need to build it. You know what? Like... yeah. You know what? Okay. Change of plan, right? Because there's no reason for it to be up there. Now that I think about it, none at all. If we're going to use something like punji sticks or spikes or something like that to kill them, we could just build it on ground level and push them towards the kill spot, right? Like, my brain is so used to having these big droppers that are 24 blocks up and then are 7 blocks in each direction. I was going to build essentially a normal mob spawner, but really high up. I don't have to do that. I can just build like a mob spawner here and push, and mobs will spawn in this dark area and then push them, you know, using vector plates to where they need to go, right? That's all I have to do. Goodbye, Cedric Monroe. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I think that's going to make life a lot easier. So, vector plates, I think you make in sets of 8, right? You do. So we would still need quite a few of these. Thankfully, this snad is putting our sugarcane through its paces and getting us a nice amount, which is good. Our lava is now done. I'm going to go ahead and grab that and use this bucket of lava before I forget to actually make more lava. So we will take this. I'm also going to move the crucible now, I think. And I'm just going to put it in the wall for now. I basically just want to move it away from that chest so we don't set things on fire. Is really all I'm after. I'm just going to do this and that. And start pumping more cobblestone back in. I guess we could even put like a hopper here, but I think for now that's fine. The hopper, of course, would just feed more in. Isaac, you have mob grinding utils in the mod pack? We do indeed. We do indeed. Chests don't burn. Though that's... I'm not going to take the risk, you know? I believe you, actually, though. That makes sense. So I guess we can watering can to get more of this rice, right? Because we are going to need quite a lot. I would say at least maybe a stack or 2 of these vector plates, right? Before we can reasonably start thinking about making the mob farm. Rice ball. We also need quite a bit of iron, actually, as well as an iron bucket. So let's get a bucket. which we can use to fill it with water, of course. Let's also, I think, yeah, let's spend a little bit of time, I guess, trying to grow some rice here. We might even go and try and, I guess there's no reason for us not to expand this out and have a slightly bigger rice farm. Isaac, is StoneBlock going to be on YouTube? Yes, this will be on YouTube. It'll probably be, so my plan for this pack is that it will be on the Gaming on Caffeine live channel. If you haven't seen that, you can go subscribe there. That's where all the live stream stuff goes. It'll be on there in 1 hour chunks, and I'm also planning on putting this on the main channel edited down. So if you want to watch like a condensed version with some of the grind cut out, I also plan on putting this on the main channel in kind of a cut down form. An edited down form, maybe cut down the stream into 1 or 2 episodes and put it there. So yeah, we're getting more rice seeds. Do we have more rice seeds already as well? Like, do we have more just sitting here? We do. We got so many freaking rice seeds. I love it. I don't love this placement, and we will definitely have to do a lot of like moving because this place is getting real messy real quick. But if we're going to start watering canning, we might as well watering can in a larger area. He's editing us out. It's true. You're being edited out, Varisk. You're being removed. For the entertainment of others. We have to forcibly remove you. So I think this is a 3x3 area, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I'm pretty sure that the watering can from Extra Utilities has like a 3x3 area of effect. And so maybe if I do like this and move ever so slightly, we'll get like the best of both worlds and work all of the rice seeds eventually. Is this going to be a 10-episode series before you end it? I mean, it could be. It's possible. But my reasoning for it not being, I don't think it will be. Mostly because of the fact that it's an easier pack, right? Like, the thing that I didn't like about, like, Enigmatica, which is the most recent pack I've played, is just how grindy it was. Like, specifically, I'm going to call out mods here. Get ready. Ender.io. Ender.io's not a bad mod. It's good. Industrial Craft 2, you're getting called out. Like, the micro crafting, it's painful. It's painful. I hate it. I like the mod, but when the micro crafting is pushed and you have to use it for every recipe, it's too much, man. It's too much. So no, hopefully this will last a little bit longer. We'll see. All right, so we've got 13 rice balls, which is still not very many, all things considered. And we have to do, I guess we can push all of this iron into the smeltery, right? Oh, that's not iron, that's copper. Never mind. That's iron. We'll do 9 again to get another 18 ingots, aka 2 blocks worth, out there. I guess we're going to keep doing this because we need even more rice. How much are we going to need? So if I want to make, like, let's think about this. Let me head back over here for a second. And also let me eat some of these cooked apples. Let's see. So I'm thinking we're probably going to push them either into the mob grinder for mob grinding utilities, which is a bit expensive. So probably not quite yet. We're probably going to push them into like some punji sticks and have them die that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we'll go 9 like that. So it's like 3, 3, 3 like that. So we'll do 9 by 6, I think is probably fine for now. It's not a gigantic spawner by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a start. And so if it's 9 by 6, that's what, 54? So we get a stack, let's say. 54 is less than a stack, but we'll get a stack of vector plates. For that, we need 8 of these rice balls, which means I think we need, what, 32 rice? Yeah, 32 rice. We've got 13, so we need 32. We're not quite there yet, but we'll get there. Now Isaac has started a new series. Project Horizon 3 will definitely release next week. I tell you, man, I know, right? I wait and I wait and I wait for Project Horizon 3, and then as soon as I start a new pack, it'll be out tomorrow. I tell you this. But anyway, if it is out tomorrow, I think just Nick and I'll play it. It probably won't affect me playing this. Isaac Math? Was I off? You get 4 at a time. I didn't realize you got 4 at a time. So we need a lot less. I figured that you'd only get 1 rice ball per 4, at which point we'd need more than we had. But I guess if you get 4 at a time, we only need like what, 8 of these rice balls here. Is this not correct? Excuse me? Rice dough? Oh boy. I wasn't even close to being right, but that's 12. I think we're still okay. I think that's still a good number. Like, I think we've still got enough here to make these vector plates. In that case, I might even make it bigger if it's if you get so many rice balls. I think our limiting factor then is probably gonna be iron, right? More so than more so than the rice balls, potentially. And maybe even sugarcane, man. Like, the sugarcane is growing quite fast, but it's still not super fast, right? So that's 9. Let's go and pull out our 2 blocks worth of iron real quick. Isaac math. Ugh. What have we got? We've got 2 iron left there. I think that's all of our iron, right, that we had left from that craft. Sure, from the first 2 blocks. You can also make bread out of rice, though. Really? You can just craft that up into bread. And smelt it up even into bread. Rice bread. Okay. I mean, I'm probably not going to do it, just because I think, for now, we're better off using the rice as a slime ball replacement. Just because the cooked apples are so good. Like, we've got so many apples, and they're just so ridiculously overpowered. All right. Whilst we're waiting for that to do its thing, let's go ahead and try and make our first set of vector plates here. We do need some more. We need actual stone as well. Okay. That is doable. We'll throw some sticks in there for now. We do have charcoal, so I guess we could have used tiny charcoal there, but I think sticks will do just fine. We've also got quite a bit of coal. I should stop putting items in here. I should put things in here if they're not from sifting. This is the sifting only drawer, specifically for sifting items. Make an apple sapling. We could also do that as well. Isaac is that guy who makes an oversized mob farm on servers, isn't he? My mob farm is going to be tiny. And I said at the beginning of the stream, we're going to use Woot as soon as possible. We got Woot in the pack. I love Woot because it's no server lag. It doesn't rely on, you don't have to worry about other people with massive mob farms stopping you from getting mobs. I like Woot. We're going to use Woot as soon as possible. All right, let me craft that up. So, we're waiting on the stone now, I guess.
Whoa.
Which shouldn't take too long. Mod 366 as well. Thank you very much indeed, my friend, for the 3 months in a row. It's a 3rd month. It is indeed. Thank you very much indeed, my friend, for the continued support. It means a whole heck of a lot. It's also September tomorrow, for those who don't know. I don't know if it's really going to apply to us much this time around. Last year they did was it half price subs, 50% off subs for the month? This year they've got a bit of an odd... rip. They've got a bit of an odd September coming up. But starting tomorrow, the 10th of September, if you are gifted a sub, if you've got a gift sub, which I don't think anybody in our chat has, although I think we have 1 gift sub, right? I think somebody did gift a sub. Then you get, you can resubscribe for $1. It's weird, but I also read somewhere that maybe you can do it without being gifted a sub, but I have no idea. Anyway, vector plates. Let's get those made. So that's going to get us quite a lot. It's going to get us 40. Not quite the largest amount. I have a gift sub. Is yours expired, Droid? Because you don't have the icon on my screen anymore. But who knows? Is the loot recycler in this pack? Because it will help you get the loot bag. I assume so. Loot recycler. Because I think the loot recycler is added by the same mod that adds the loot bag. Can you just put anything in here to get loot bags? Is that how that works? Oh, holy balls. Holy heck. Varisk has just gifted 10 tier 1 subscriptions to random members of the community. Congratulations to, oh no, that's going to keep going. Posthuman 4, Evil Dead 210, Zach Raptor, Feather Captain, Eteriam, Thabaz, Pretty Dragon, Daniel 20794, Phase 910, and Franabel as well. Congratulations, you have all been gifted tier 1 subscriptions by Varisk, who is a saint among men. Thank you very much indeed, Varys. You are far too generous. Can we get just as many? Can everybody who has received a gift sub please leave a caffeine sellout in the Twitch chat to say thanks to Varys? Holy heck, man. That is crazy. And we're going to hear this sound 10 times in a row back to back, which is just fantastic. Flipping heck. Holy heck, Varys. You are far too kind, my friend. Far too kind.
Whoa.
Holy heck.
Whoa.
That's crazy. That is crazy. You need to use tiny charcoal. I'll get some tiny charcoal. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. I will get it.
Whoa.
Easy then, Nick. Yeah, I know, right? This freaking Nick sound. Oh, I think we've only got 2 more to go. No, that was the last one. Oh, no. I need more vector plates here. Oh my goodness, Netfreak DK also gifted 3 tier 1 subscriptions to the channel. Holy heck, I didn't even see that one. I wonder why this was going on so long. Congratulations to Nibbler230, Exelius, and Fruit. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly as well. Thank you very much indeed. Oh my goodness, you guys are far too generous. Netfreak DK as well with the 3 gift subscriptions. You are also far too generous. Can we get even more caffeine sellouts for Netfreak DK as well? Oh my goodness, that is too much. I've heard too much of Nick today. He doesn't stop. He never stops. There's Nibble at 230. Okay, so now I think we got 2 more before the wars end. As soon as Nibble at 230 and the next 2 are done. Holy heck.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy. I think, holy heck, how many... let me refresh my page here. Because, well, like, I think we're getting close to a new emote slot, actually. Like, given the new gift subs that have come in today, we are, like, just a few subscribers off of unlocking the next emote slot for a new emote. That's crazy. You guys are far, far too generous. Need more Lotto subs. It is kind of, I don't know how Twitch calculates that. They call them community subs. And I think they do have some kind of algorithm to where people who are like, maybe who have watched longer or have been in the chat more often or something like that are more likely to get them, maybe. I'm not quite sure. There might still be like a random chance to it. Obviously, there is some kind of random chance to it in some shape or form, but we don't need more rice, do we? We need more iron, of course.
Whoa.
Netfreak DK specifically gifted a tier 1 sub to Naniel Wolf. Congratulations, Naniel Wolf, as well on the tier 1 subscription. And thank you to Netfreak DK for the 4th gift sub of the day. You are, again, far too generous. Far, far too generous. Did we have enough stone in here? We do have more stone. I'm going to smelt even more here because I would like to get really as many vector plates as we can muster up here. There we go. So 16, I think, should take us over the edge to be able to fully complete this this spawner. Oh, you can shift, by the way, to not be moved by the vector plates, just in case you didn't know. There we go. Gonna get rid of this torch real quick. Mobs can spawn on vector plates as well. They will spawn on those no matter what. And so now I'm gonna look at these punji sticks. I don't know. I've never used punji sticks, and so I don't know how good these are gonna be. I hope fairly good. We got exactly 4 sugarcane there, which should be the perfect amount for... Is that not how you make those? Do we need like one more punji stick? One more sugarcane even to make the punji sticks? We do need one more little piece of sugarcane from our snad, and that will make us 3 punji sticks. Okay, which I think should be enough, actually. My thought process here is we just have like kind of 3 hoppers here, all feeding into 1 chest here. And I think so long as we have like cobblestone here with punji sticks on them, and obviously vector plates here that push the mobs into them. Oh, well, I guess, can items, first of all, can you put vector plates on top of hoppers? And if the answer is yes, can you collect items from hoppers through vector plates, maybe? Also, hey Pixel, how's it going? He said, I wonder if when Isaac will actually complete a pack, that will be a glorious day. Sky Factory 2.5 is the pack I completed with Nick. I've completed a few packs. I completed Crash Landing back in 2014. Who said that? All right, so we don't have that much iron is the unfortunate thing. Fred Torga as well, thank you and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Yes, you can. Okay, awesome. That is good to know. In that case, then, we might not need that many punji sticks. We might just need 1 hopper instead of 3. Like, I think 3 seems unnecessary. In that case, let's grab just the 1. We will place... let's also get 1 more chest as well. And by chest, I'm kind of thinking maybe storage crate, just because the storage crates are so good. Do we need 4 sticks? Maybe we've got... No. Wishful thinking that we had more sticks left over there. Not like it's a problem, though. We can make sticks very easily indeed. And then we do need 4 chests, however, which is basically all of that wood right there. And kapow, that gets another crate. Good stuff. So we'll throw that down over here. Right about there, I think. And then we'll have the hopper feed into this, like so. Is that right? Did I put that down correctly? I did. Nice. And then we'll throw down the vector plates. Right about there. Oh, I love it. I love it. Like that. And then finally, yeah, like that. We'll get rid of the torch. And so I don't think F7 is going to show as much, but I'm pretty sure that mobs should now be able to spawn in there. I'm going to try and make it as dark as is humanly possible, which I guess we can actually do fully and just leave this gap here open to access the chest from. Whether or not we're going to see mobs spawn in there is a different question. I really hope that we do. I think that should work. I think that should be all that we actually need to set up our mob farm now. Obviously, I know nothing's going to spawn in here just yet. I'm just checking last minute that there's no torches or anything in there. There is not. So I think if we leave that, that should go ahead and spawn some mobs, push them through, and then eventually plop them down and kill them. Oh, we didn't put down... Did I put down a punji stick? No, I did not put down a single punji stick. They will not die. If they do indeed spawn, they will just sit there and forever look at me waiting to die. So we need to put the punchy sticks like... You can't put these against... Oh, you can put these against the wall. You can't put it there. Oh, they're pretty powerful. They're pretty powerful. I like that. So I think that will work. I think that will work. It might not kill spiders, which is my only worry right now. If that's the case, we could always tweak the area in there. We could put down some slabs to prevent spiders from spawning. I really wish... I kind of hope that's not the case. I kind of hope that the punchy stick is... The spider's like just tall enough to get killed by the punchy stick, but I have a sneaking suspicion that that's not going to be the case, that it is going to be like just sitting underneath there. We'll see. But hopefully it works as intended. Maybe. We're doing quite a lot of mob drops in order to be able to get this quest complete. We need 4 ender pearls, 16 bones, and 64 rotten flesh, and so that could take a little bit of time to complete. But whilst we wait for our first mobs to arrive with us, to grace us with their presence, let's go ahead and clear out just a tiny little space here for our first bits of grass. Now that we've got our first grass seeds, I did accidentally just click on... Which ones are the grass? Do we have any grass seeds? Oh, we totally do. Nice. We got loads. So we'll take those. We will begin planting that. Again, I'm fairly... Like, we've got so many, but yet I'm fairly certain that we only need the one, because I'm pretty sure we can just use the watering can on the pre-existing grass to get just even more grass instantly. Right? Yeah. Look at that. Perfect. And now we've got that, we can use our singular piece of bone meal. Really hoping that we get 2 roses and 2 dandelions from this. We didn't get a single one. That's perfect. In that case, we are going to have to do a little bit more sifting in the way of dust. But again, shouldn't really be too big of an issue. We've got 40 dust right about there. And so getting enough bone meal to get us to our first bit of floral fertilizer really shouldn't be an issue. Let's just take you and do a bit of sifting here. All right, and that goes 8. I'm really hoping 8 is going to be enough. No luck. Still no luck. Terribly bad luck. Maybe I should put more grass down before I burn through all of my stuff here. Yeah, let's put down a little. We got enough dirt to make this happen. So let's put down some more dirt here and quickly spread that grass out to hopefully get all we're looking for is, I think, 1 rose and 1 dandelion, and that should in theory be enough to get our first pieces of floral fertilizer. And once you've got the first bit of floral fertilizer, we are going to need more bone meal to kind of perpetuate the cycle, but it should be easy to kind of perpetuate it from there, potentially. I'm hoping, at least. Really, you're not gonna spread for me here? Is it something I said? 5x5 is up to one, I think, or 7x7. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't want to take up too much space with the grass here, but it's really not wanting to spread at all. That's odd. Do you reckon we have it? Is this 24 blocks away? This doesn't feel like 24 blocks away. This this mob spawner. Also, where's my all-in-one tool real quick? I'm gonna get this watering can and really hope that this works. Do you reckon, is it the light level? Is it too dark here? Is that the problem? Oh. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, look at that. Nice. Okay, so I think... How much do you get from this? You get 1? Okay, so we need 1 more rose red to get our first bits of floral fertilizer, which really I'm hoping we do get from this. Good stuff. Very nice indeed. So that, combined with our bone meal, should indeed get us our first piece of floral fertilizer. It did indeed. I think we need 4, is it, to complete the quest here? 5. We need 5 floral fertilizer to complete that quest, which means we're going to need at least 5 bone meal. But I'm also going to make some more space here because I know we can get quite a few flowers from this if we've got enough space to make it happen. And by more space, I legit mean I'm going to put 2 more pieces of dirt down because I want to get a nice even square. GamingOnCaffeine used a squeezer. For what? For making rose red, dandelion yellow? One of those 2? Alright, get this out of here. Okay, so hopefully... I don't think you do ever get more than 4 flowers there, I don't think. But now that we've got those, we can craft up a pestle and mortar. Pestle? I'm not quite sure. I know Nick says pestle. I feel like it's pestle, though. And then we're going to grab you, get ourselves a ball. Do you make balls in sets of 3? You do, in sets of 4. So we should already have 3 more balls. We do. What else do we need here? A stick and some wood. Seems easy enough. Sticks, wood, kapow. And so now all we need to do is craft those. Excuse me? Is that not how that works? Floral. Do you need 2? Oh, no, of course, I'm a fool. You craft them into petals. Once you got the petals, you then craft them into the dyes, which is quite nice. It means you get twice as many dyes as you do flowers, which is very nice indeed. For some reason, the mystical red petal isn't working, despite the fact that I feel like it should be. Oh, it's lag? Hello? Can you hear me, chat? My internet hasn't died. No, I'm fine. Okay. Oh, it's 3. The server's been up for 3 hours and it's dead. It's died. Rest in peace, server. You were not long for this world. You did a good service. It was good. It was fun while it lasted, guys. But that's it. That's StoneBlock done. It's over. It's all over. It's probably Varisk's fault. Oh. Anyway, we can now craft any 4 floral fertilizer together, floral powder even, with some bone meal to get floral fertilizer. We are going to need some more bone meal to actually get this, to get to the 5, but then you place this down, you get 4 more flowers. Those 4 flowers obviously get you 8 powder. That 8 powder can then be used to make 2 more floral fertilizer, and thus doubling every single time, which is quite nice indeed. I'm going to take a quick peek again over here. I know what they say, a watched pot never boils, but, oh, it works! I am very happy with the progress that has been made here. We have got 2, by the looks of it, at least 2 mobs have spawned. Common loot bag, let's have a peek. Shift right click. Oh, there we go. We got a garden scythe, harvest and replace large areas. We got some rotten flesh, we got some lapis. I like it very much. For now, I'm just gonna put these things like back in here. We'll take the torch as well. If we can keep getting stuff like that, keep getting rotten flesh specifically from these mob drops, we should hopefully get a nice chest full fairly quickly. If you have 2 iron, you can use it to make 1 petal into a tall flower. Can I? You mean like I can plant the petal, grow it, and then use the iron to shear it down? That is true, actually. Is that any better, though? Like, does that get you more... Does that get you more floral fertilizer? Because you get twice as many petals, right? But you still use the same amount of, I think it's worse. Right? Because you get 4 petals from the 1 tall flower, but it still uses 1 bone meal to grow. Like, you grow it with the 1 bone meal, whereas the 1 bone meal can also get you 1 floral fertilizer, which gets you 8 petals, right? It negates the randomness risk of what? Of getting less than 4 flowers? Is that the randomness risk there? Much better? Is it? It feels like it's math. It gives you 4 petals for the price of 1, right? But you got to use a bone meal, though, no? Like, right now, our limited resource is bone meal. I think, are we not better off using our bone meal to make floral fertilizer as opposed to using our bone meal to grow a petal into a tall flower? Because that gets us 4 petals, whereas the floral fertilizer gets us 4 flowers. Those 4 flowers turn into 8 petals. That's double the number of petals, no? Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't need to tell chat to tell me if I'm wrong. They will definitely tell me if I am wrong. But I feel like in my heart of hearts that is right. My next thought process here is moving towards some kind of auto sieve. Again, it's going to be quite slow, but I really want this to happen. You still using bone meal to grow grass? No, we're using bone meal to make floral fertilizer and using that floral fertilizer to get flowers. Those flowers then make petals, which we can then use to make more floral fertilizer. That's what we're doing. But yeah, no, I'm thinking of moving towards the auto hammer. Hopefully fairly soon. This doesn't seem too bad. We do need diamonds, which means we are going to have to do quite a bit more sifting. But right now, we're still on the 1% chance that we get with the iron stiffened mesh. Actually, we don't even have the iron stiffened mesh yet, do we? We have to make an iron stiffened mesh at some point with some iron. Between streams, I'll probably do a bunch of sifting, just because it's kind of boring to watch. So I'll probably do like a bunch of cobblestone, hammering, sift that cobblestone, sift the gravel, sift the sand, sift the dust, probably mostly cobblestone, let the mob spawner run, and hopefully when we come back, we will have a good deal of mob drops, hopefully enough to complete these quests up here. We'll hopefully have enough bone meal to get the fall fertilizer quest under control, and progress on from there into some mods that are not Tinker's Construct or Exahilo, which is kind of all we've been doing today, but we'll do probably some more work on Tinker's Construct, actually, to try and get some more tools that we can use that are a bit better than the ones we have now. But for now, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end today's episode of StoneBlock there for today. I always keep forgetting the name of this pack. I want to call it Cave Block or something like that, but we're going to go ahead and wrap it. Oh, we got an ender pearl. I like it, so we can make a vacuum hopper if we wanted to, despite the fact that we don't really need it. We did get 3 lead ingots, so which I guess is quite nice. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up today's stream there for today. Nick and I will be live tomorrow at about 3 p.m. GMT. Sorry, BST. It's British summertime, so that is a little while away from now. Today's stream started at 6 p.m. It'll be 3 hours prior to the time this stream started, so like 6 hours prior to now, but tomorrow. So Nick and I will be live then. We'll be playing not Minecraft. It's going to be a different game, but it's going to be good. We're going to be live for a lot of this week. I might even be live tomorrow night. I might stream this again tomorrow. If you miss any of today's stream, it'll be up on YouTube within the next 24 hours, or you can wait and watch the cut-down version on the Gaming on Caffeine channel if you would like. Zach Raptor, thank you very much indeed, my friend, for the 400 bits here. This support me a whole heck of a lot. Thank you very much indeed for that. And thank you everybody for watching. Thanks to everybody who donated bits and subscribed and all that kind of stuff. Special thanks, shout out to Varisk as well as to NetFreakDK, both of whom gave gift subs to a bunch of people today. You guys are far too generous. Thank you very much indeed for watching. If you enjoyed the stream and you haven't done so already, be sure to hit follow to get notified as soon as I go live in the future. Go subscribe on YouTube, youtube.com/GamingOnCaffeine. You can follow me on Twitter at CaffeineRich, and you can join our open Discord, discord.gg/GOC. Especially if you're a new subscriber who received a gift sub today, you got like a free access to the subscriber-only channel in the Discord. Come check that out. Again, discord.gg/GOC is the place you want to be. Again, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.